is, and we haven't even properly got into it yet.
Oh, yeah.
No one redeemed it. It's because someone cleared everything, which meant the boxes flew in. Unless you mean the other box that was blocking that, which was Zig's box that he dropped before. I think. Either that, or when you fired the cannon, it just dropped one in the middle. I don't know, because there's a bunch of them that dropped during that.
I thought that the reason the box came in was Doom had dropped a box on himself to try to shield himself.
No, I'm not even on that screen. I have to be on the right screen for it.
Magic box. DM powers. Cheating and shielding himself. You may have control of the cat on a screen, but I have control of the cat upon my lap. What do you mean, cursed pog? It's excellent.
I can do what I want, Karla. I can do what I like.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna cradle this fluffy kitty and scratch your belly. Is that right, Evie?
No, I wasn't keeping track. It was just there.
Excuse me.
You're not hostage, Karla. You can leave anytime you like. Do you want to leave?
That was what I forgot.
I was not expecting the cat to be happy with being cradled upside down. Normally she squirms out of my grasp, but she's just laying there enjoying it right now. I can't tab over to look at this that has hit me in the Discord. And Karla's saying nothing, so she wants to stay here.
What ages? This is par for the course. Also, we just really got started. How you doing?
It's ages.
It is the Popto.
Well, there's already the Black Cat pub. Like, you would have to do something like Barry and the Cat.
And I'm back.
Yeah, the Black Cat is already a thing. Welcome back.
Sorry about that. I was searching for one particular thing.
Karla, you can't say something in the Twitch chat and have me respond to what you say in the Twitch chat, and then instead go to Discord and reply there where nobody can see.
And never mind the fact that there'll probably be, also over in the fucking, Roll20 chat talking there at the same time as the other two.
Talking
penis.
But in no.
Oh god. Okay. Who the fuck? Arson.
Arson?
I think
sound alert.
Here. Oh, never mind. as Zai's doing the thing too.
Yeah, I was actually gonna check and make sure if Zai was up or not.
Yeah, I'm up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now let's see. Tempted to be a smart ass right out the gate. Which actually I didn't realize something.
I'm good, Arson. How are you?
That's something I forgot to do. Just so I can...
Expecting that.
Otherwise, you know, I can't.
What's up,
It's
girly?
like panic in a certain person at the moment. There we go.
Oh, yes. That wasn't me, that was Doom. Don't you say fuck me. You know what? Because you said fuck me. Here you go, Karla.
Oh my god. Okay.
How you
Da,
doing?
da, da.
How's you-
Hi, Dark. Boop. We got this by the end of the day. I'm so happy for you, Arson. Let's fucking go. I got an email for an interview, but I haven't heard back from them yet. And I'm like, did I not reply properly? So I sent in another one. How's the campaign? It's a lot of fun. I'm so excited
So-
for this session now.
Zai. Roll a Constitution save.
Oh god. Right at the start, huh?
Yes, right at the start. If it ties, what's the rule of thumb there, Barry?
So, if someone ties the DC, generally, at least the way I treat it in my games, is that a tie goes to the attacker. So essentially, you are trying to beat the save. So if you hit a 10, that's the DC. The challenge is to hit 10 or higher. Same with armor class. So if you have an 18 armor class and I roll an 18, I hit you. Some
Yeah,
DMs do the,
I'm going tomorrow and pestering
like
them
you
for
have to
this
hit
job
one
because I
above,
want
but to
it.
me that
I
doesn't make
need
sense. Because the DC is hit this. That's what it means.
Okay. So that means that as our cast, one by one slowly awakes, one in particular, who just so happened to drink a little too much, wakes up with a lovely, lovely headache. A hangover.
Hungover fish lady.
She's just grumbling the entire time.
And get up early and go down to have breakfast. Too excited, hardly sleep.
Not helping the headache.
Nice story. Never mind the fact that, you know, Hrist is also in the same bed with Yuffie for some odd reason.
We snuggled together. I push his wrist off of me.
Just a thud as they hit the floor. It looks more like you kicked them off the end of the bed than
Ow.
them off the sideways.
Zai, what did you just do? Did you smash the desk?
I hit my desk.
Brilliant.
Hope you roleplay the pain of your hangover.
Silently screaming out for help. I need a medic.
Fish daddy.
Well, that's a shame your medic is snoring at the foot of your bed where you kicked them.
I know. Ah.
Let's suck to have hangovers. This breakfast is great.
Kepler, thank you for the 11 months. What the fuck?
Suck down the bar.
One more month and then it's a year. Insane. Help. Head. Ow. I feel like I've been zapped. I need to turn off the Discord sounds. There we go.
Morning, Mr. Knives.
Good morning.
It depends
Did you
on
sleep
Yume,
well?
soon 1-year-old.
Oh, hardly any. I'm too excited for the adventure.
I can't
I
blame you there.
know. Honey, we're gonna have a
I will
1
admit
year.
Is it?
We're gonna have a
prospects of it have
1-year-old.
me rather excited as well.
What do we name him? What do we name him? Kepler.
Cool stuff down there.
Also, hi Hunted. I'm doing great today. How are you? Arson, I'm actually excited for future
Hope everybody
coworkers to
wakes up
find my
soon.
stream. So we get
It was
into some
everything I
weird
could not to
shit.
just run around pounding on everybody's door this morning to wake them up.
Probably as well as you didn't. As much as some of them drank last night, I doubt they would appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
How are you feeling, for that matter?
No, I'm feeling totally fine. Hey, Mr. Fuzzy Britches. Okay, bye. Well, see, I told you, I drink fairly often back at our town. I mean, there's not much to do, so, you know, I'm not a stranger to liquor.
Fair enough.
I didn't drink that much last night. I only had 3 cups of ale. Barely even buzzed.
Yume, male wife,
Oh.
Zai, girl boss, yes.
I'll motion to one of the
You guys
open
excited
chairs
for
at the
today's
table with me.
session? Also, make sure you go over to
Have a seat.
Dooms as well.
They're still serving
Our
breakfast.
lovely dungeon master.
Excellent. I hope there's lots of bacon.
He also is streaming the session, and this will also be going onto YouTube once I make the thumbnail.
Passing by, she's going about her business, delivering meals to someone outside. Of course we have bacon!
Oh, hell yes. Bacon is just the best breakfast food. It's like the best food in general.
I'm gonna come.
Oh, hey. Speaking of the devils. Hey, girls.
Morning.
You look like you've just been spat out by the 9 hells. Are you okay?
Feels like it. So this is a hangover. It's not pleasant.
That's why you only drink a little bit when you drink. You got too drunk. But it's okay. You're kind of a fish out of water here, so it's understandable.
I just shoot Clair glare. Wait till you
I'll
try jellyfish
wave.
jello. Then
I'll
we'll see
wave
who's
to
talking.
one of the waitresses. Can we get a glass of water,
Is that
please?
another chat? Black hole Neko? Yes, the black hole space
Oh, sure.
Ruba.
Get you one real quick. And runs back to go get some water. Before returning with it and handing it over.
Offer to Yuffie. I'm not sure how it might work for a Triton, but typically for hangovers,
That chat is
good glass of
more
water at least
chaotic,
helps
so you're free to run
mitigate
wild
some
in
of the
there.
headache.
Alrighty, Arson, have some good noms.
So, are you too excited?
Penis!
Stick it out. As long as this hangover goes away, yes. I'm excited.
You'll be fine. We're probably like midday or something.
Actually,
Trials and hardships. It's more like adventure, things that we haven't seen, places we
Have some
haven't
good
been,
noms.
things that we haven't
So,
beat
you
the
guys
shit
might
out
have
of.
noticed, it's changed just a tiny little bit. We added the upstairs rooms, and then we made Miss Fuzzy Britches a little emoticon now. A little
Or God,
token.
should be out of us by.
I don't know where they're at right now. Ah, there they are. The new challenger has arrived. With some bacon.
Two nerds still upstairs taking their good old time.
I'm
They're powdering their noses.
Don't rush them, man. I'm being patient. I'm being patient as well. I'm also doing some stuff in the background. I have to stay muted because I'm not in my closet.
Then go move to the closet, you nerd.
Damn.
No.
Yume's out of the closet and he's proud, side. You can't make him go back in.
Go back in there.
You're gonna have to make Mal. You can make me, but you can't make Mal go to the closet.
Mal is out of the closet.
100% he is.
Always has been, always will be.
Though in the insinuation at the moment, since Yume isn't currently in the closet, doesn't that mean that he's come out of the closet?
That is correct.
Was I ever really in there to begin with?
What, Evie?
You
I mean, about a
contemplating.
few things at least, but we've learned those.
What, kitty?
Isn't that right, Humors?
What, Evie?
I will bite you.
You can't bite me. I'm the omnipotent DM at the moment, who's probably gonna get you killed.
I stepped away for 1 second to come back to Yume wanting to bite people.
I'll bite your cheese.
Wow.
I'm just gonna set this off to the side.
I think my cat just had like a bad dream or something. She just woke up and started meowing at me.
You just yoinked the fucking upstairs out from underneath of Mouse.
They gotta get down here eventually. I just helped him out.
Oh no,
I
they're
just-
walking the bar.
As if the inn just shrinks by one floor.
The second floor just suddenly vanishes. Just like,
What happened?
Wait, where
It's,
did your token go?
And suddenly Mal and Argento find themselves behind the bar. They get handed a couple of mugs and say, "Serve that table over there."
No.
Put them to work.
jury duty already? I thought that was next week.
Oh, I disappeared as well. Rip.
Yeah, you kind of I think you dragged yourself off screen.
Doom, put me back. Help. Thank you. While you on the table, Yuffie does not know.
Why are you?
All she
Why are you
knows
on
is
the table
pain.
twerking?
She's curled up. She's throwing it back. White girl style.
Yuffie, get off the table. What are you doing?
Pain.
So it's just gonna kind of push you off the table, just like, just gently.
Womp.
Nudge, 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 nudge.
Renzo comes down the stairs.
As nice as your ass is, I would much rather my food go there.
Argento arrives downstairs, sees the four already at a table with no more seats currently. At that table.
That's fine, we'll just pull up a chair. Hey boys, pull up a chair, come join us. Although I feel like maybe it's a smarter idea for us to go to the bigger table.
Probably not a bad idea. I didn't know how long you all were going to be.
I'm gonna go to the bigger table. Just kind of.
I'll grab my breakfast and stuff and move over as well.
No, the cat's not sat on. It's next to my feet.
So. Today is the day. We just have to wait for old John to come here and meet us, and then we can go to the ruins.
Indeed.
Either of you boys have a headache like Yuffie? Well, hangover. Mouse, RG.
Typing.
Ready whenever you are. Didn't mean to put that on the screen.
What do you mean it's best not to wind up? If you want to get excited, get excited.
I mean, in regards to maybe having a little one too many, Claire.
Being Yuffie's situation.
Yeah, I'm pointing to a UP's situation. Best not to wind up like, you know, a little one too many, you know?
I
That's
think
okay.
I'll
We'll help
stick
her build
to
up her
something
tolerance.
lighter next time.
But that was light stuff.
Lies. But why does it hurt so much?
Because you drank it too fast without any food in your stomach.
I
Too
ate
much.
that delicious warm fish. Speaking of, I wave over the waitress and ask for that same fish dish like last night.
Waitress comes over, grins a bit, and says, "You have to give us a little bit, though. We don't have any quite ready right now. It'll take. You give us just a little bit, we'll have one out for you."
I give a
And runs
thumbs
back.
up.
So. Yeah, I figured nobody drank as much as her. And you. When we make it back to the inn after this job, playing another game of cards, and I'm gonna win this time. Yeah, I want to beat him. Plus, he got to learn a lot about me, so it's only fair that I need to start winning some to learn more about him. Hold on, what do you mean double down on the bet? And the bet was information. You're not gonna ask for creepy stuff, are you? Because I could probably put you through this table.
One of the ladies walking by, having heard the comment, goes, "That's right, don't go putting any of them through the table. We need that. That's the only big one we got indoors. We'd have to drag one of the other ones in. Those things weigh a lot."
And
You
tree
gotta
then.
be. If you're gonna do it, at least take him over to the barracks and throw them through one of the dummies over there. Nobody will pay any attention. Those things get broken all the time.
No, cool.
And then leaves.
Look, if they ask me creepy questions about myself, well, then I'm gonna do it, Hrist. I mean, he still hasn't told me what he means by doubling down. I don't want to see me try. And see, he's avoiding the question. He totally meant something creepy. I could totally put somebody through a tree. Are you saying I can't put somebody through a tree, Hrist? Why not ask more questions if one of us loses? What do you mean by that? Like, we get 2 questions for each one? Because I feel like they... Maybe? I don't know. I've never done it like that. Sounds a little weird. Maybe. Sounds like... I don't know. Where is old John?
Probably not here yet. It is still fairly early into the morning. Once I'm done eating, I will stand.
What will that help?
I'm going to take an opportunity to see if there's a store in town that we might be able to get some painkillers or something for our hungover friend here.
Painkillers?
Some sort of remedy to help.
With almost no warning, someone comes in swiftly behind the group, grabs a chair from the other table, swings up and slides up loudly next to Yuffie, taking the end of the table and goes, "Aye, lads and lasses, how you guys doing today?"
Is this old John?
It is
Uh,
John. His
Just
gruff
sit back
beard,
down.
his gruff, morning beard, not quite filled in, but definitely there. Grinning ear to ear as he cheerily drops in and loudly, asks one of the waitresses for some food. And goes,
Hey, John?
"Hey, lass! How y'all doing? I hope you slept well. The inn is the best one in town. It's the only one in town. But it's alright. It has great food. And if you're looking for a shop, there's also one just across the street nearby. Big old shop. Only one in town, too, though. We don't have much here."
Would it
Yeah,
happen to
my
have
town's
anything
like
that could help her out? And I'll motion to Yuffie.
Oh, what's wrong with her? Hungover. A little bit hungover. That's nothing. And they might have something, but are you sure you want to spend money on it?
I mean, I know of, like, a remedy.
Anything at this point.
Alright, I'm gonna call for a prairie oyster.
One of the waitresses hears you call for it, grins and goes, "Aye, lass. Get one right up." Runs in, comes shortly back out, and places in front of Yuffie, as if knowing the whole time what was coming about.
I just have a confused look on my face, but doesn't care. Just wants the pain
Hold
to
your
go away.
nose and then just drink that. I put an image of what a prairie oyster is in the D&D text in case you don't know.
Let me see. Ah, I know exactly what that is.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that in real life before. It is not pleasant.
No, it is not.
It's absolutely disgusting. Yuffie does as she's told. Plugs her nose and swallows it all in one down. And foolishly lets go of her nose and gets the whole waft of the thing she just drank.
And she's out.
Well, that'll help.
Never again. Oh. No. Nope.
Old John just grins at Yuffie,
She just
smiling ear to ear even more than he was when he came in, which is hard to believe.
she has tears in her eyes. Snot falling down her nose.
Oh, that's good. Damn.
It's
Sorry,
like
I don't know about you guys, but I'm utterly excited and I cannot wait to get in there. Fucking eat our breakfast and get down there.
I'll look to John. Is there anything we should know about the trip itself?
Yeah, there ain't nothing too much. Sometimes a few things show up on the road. Occasional goblin. We even have some slimes around here, a bit weird. Ugly looking things, but they don't do much. Otherwise, it's just kind of a straight shot out of town. You ever heard of a slime, lad? I mean, they're just normal little creatures. Squirm around, scrounge up the leftovers of dead animals and that. Ain't
They
nothing.
look like if you took a jar of jam for your bread and dumped it out onto the ground. And then that tries to kill you.
I mean, they mostly only try to kill you if you go attacking them. Unless they have certain colors that seem a bit extreme. The brightly colored ones aren't so nice.
Mm-hmm. I like nature's garbage guys. I don't know.
Well, they've been around for a long time. You just don't always notice them unless you're looking for them. They don't stray into towns much.
Yeah, they're common creatures.
Just don't go trying to stick your dick in one. You might lose it doing that.
What? Who the fuck
wanna-
tried to stick their dick in it?
Doom, I'm sorry? Whoa there, man. That went from 0 to 100 real fucking quick.
Got your attention, though.
I'm just muted because I'm sitting in the room wearing a mask because of some other stuff, but like, what the fuck?
What are you fornicating with?
So, who here stuck their dick in a slime, Mr. John, because holy shit, that's hilarious.
What sorry lad had to discover that one, Jean?
Oh, dorky lad that lives here in the town. Always worried about him reproducing. You don't have to worry about it no more, though.
It actually dissolved his entire dick.
Lad wanted to get it off. For some reason, he thought a slime was the way to do it. He found out real fast. And by real fast, I mean he apparently took a long time. Nobody knows how the fuck he dealt with that.
Why didn't he just take it off? Why did he leave it in the entire time it took it to dissolve?
Like I said, he ain't the smartest joke on the fucking town. That's why I was always worried about him fucking reproducing. If he fucks someone, he's gonna produce more of him. He's dumber than rocks. Way dumber.
What's his name?
Name was Jerry. Jerry Longjohn. He certainly ain't long no more, though.
I think he would get along with my people.
Yep, it's gone now. Old dickless Jerry. Well then,
Is their name Girafina now?
Well, I'm pretty done with my breakfast. Who else is ready?
Yuffie's starting to respect Jerry. She just nods her head. She understands. She gets it. She's seen weirder things.
Man, mistook the slime for a fucking can of KY jelly.
I see Doom dying over here. Broke the TM, let's go!
He broke himself.
Gets up and pats Argento on the back.
Shame.
Dumb thought becomes context in conversation. Look.
Mouse is looking for a slime now.
You think Mouse would be into getting their dick dissolved by a slime? I mean, I've heard of guys that like pain, but that's a bit much. Hey, Mr. Pepper Bridges.
Yuffie's starting to feel a lot better after the hellfire she just drank.
Well, are you three ready?
Right?
I'm ready. Ready! Ahem.
I'm gonna come.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. No, that PP didn't vanish like Bert. That PP vanished like Grandma's dial-up trying to get a connection. Shit took some time.
Holy fuck.
I don't think he can do that anymore.
Your Yume dying over there.
I have several questions and concerns. Mostly concerns.
Well, you'll find out the answers to those questions when you fuck the slime.
Can I take a rain check? I'll take a rain
Sure,
check.
just get a jar and a lid. The new special brand of KY jelly. KY slime.
Old John falls along as we change it again. Is this there? It is.
Alright, Mr. John, you lead the way.
Should have made a token for John, but nice, nice. Just having shush your face, Aegis. I guess I can grab tokens, even though we're going to be temporarily on this map.
Should make a party token to just represent the party as a whole on a overworld map.
Fair.
Future us problems.
John leads the way, heading on the northern main path through the village, leading you guys up towards the northern bridge of the village. As he passes by a large building on the right, he points out, "There's the shop you're looking for, if you need one. That's just about anything you could ever look for in a small village like this, anyways." Technically, probably could, Aegis. I was just bringing him on, seeing one by one, and letting these guys control him. Help. Look, lass. We ain't trying to help him regrow his dick. We already said we didn't want him trying to reproduce. So I don't think anything quite gets a limb back like that. At least not around here.
Yeah, why would we help him get his dick back? No, don't give him his dick back.
Why would you want to help him get his dick back? He'd probably just shove it in another slime and lose it again.
Once lost, you cannot retrieve back.
To the nerd. After passing the shop and arriving at the crossroads of another bigger, but not quite as big of a road, he heads left and takes him off in that direction as apparently Hrist wanders across the bridge aimlessly for a moment. Getting slightly lost on the path, despite, old John being hard to miss. As you approach towards the wooden walls, their tall, spiked, tops, and a guard tower standing and overwatching over the wall to see if any approaching threats. The guards greet old John and look at the group that they're approaching and says, "Careful out there, you guys. There's some stuff out there today that's been moving around." And old John,
What kind of stuff?
Stuff! Monsters! People! Things! There's plenty of stuff out there. What you talking about?
Well, yeah, stuff moves, like bears, wolves, fucking rabbits. That's why it's helpful to know what. Otherwise, it's like, who cares?
You're not wrong. The rabbits do fuck out there, but we ain't talking about that.
Oh, that's true.
Just be safe out
not
there.
Any slimes.
No worries. They're the ones that have to watch out for us, not the other way around.
Old John hears Sylvic's remark and grins and goes, "Hey, lad. The rabbits ain't that fucking dumb." And so, you head out the gate and begin following the path along. Following old John as the woods and the stumps from trees that they had felled come into sight.
I'm gonna follow John, keeping an eye out, see if anything wants to fuck with us.
As long as he's not trying to fuck anything.
Let's just move on.
Fair. Most of this scene then. As you're walking through, as there's more trees around and about, you can even see something blue glimmering in the grass near the road.
Oh hey, it's a slime over there. I'm just gonna keep on walking. As she, unlike Jerry, has no need to stick any of her appendages inside of the slime.
As you're heading down the road, one slime seems to just meander across the road in front of you. Old John doesn't seem to pay it much mind, but it's a matter of whether you guys decide to. How did you get I don't know. I'm pretty sure the monster girls would end result in horrible things. There's no sleep to this one's not watching. Goddamn.
I'll ignore it.
Yeah. Ignore the slime.
So everybody is ignoring it.
I'm gonna follow the group and ignore it.
Big fuss about.
mean, you say that, but you're walking past it with your crossbow drawn and loaded.
Are we moving the group forward, or are you just standing here? Get your characters in position. As you have.
As I see everybody carefully stepping around.
Oh, I don't carefully step around. I just went like a buck.
I'm standing next to Sylvic here, and I'm staying here.
Also,
So stuck out and then keeping it away.
No, brandish means that it is in your hand when you are brandishing something.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. That was the other
Yeah.
way around.
Yume, roll a
Holstered.
dexterity save.
If I put it away.
What?
Roll a dexterity save.
Okay.
You manage to not trip on the slime as you're walking by, as it slowly moves across the road a little for more.
Not even in the front of it.
Well, I mean, you said you were next to Sylvic, is what I was saying.
Yeah.
And this is to say, you successfully, when you press past, do not trip on the slime.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
This is fully object. Very fair. Very fair. What is that? And so you continue on down the path to no roll event. Since, you know, you didn't attack the slime, or trip on the slime, or fuck up with the slime, or try to fuck the slime, so we're all good. It looks nice to squish in one's hand.
Don't get any ideas now.
So,
Thanks for staying on. Thank you very much.
Oh. Okay. As they're walking, she just kind of stops. Yo, wait, mouse. I just thought of an idea. You said that we make it double or nothing. What if instead we turn it into like a game of truth and dare?
oh, I do not like where this is going.
Excellent. Well noted. Right, let's carry on.
The woods thicken as you're passing even deeper into the woods now. No longer the sign of plains and that. Old John continues to just not even pay much mind. It keeps progressing forward, although there are sounds of twigs cracking, the bushes hiding things, the shadows, making things seem perhaps creepier, if you have any fear of the dark.
Claire doesn't fear the dark. Claire ventures forward.
Claire lights the way forward.
I really only light the way in darkness, and I'm more like a dim candle. The dim light of a candle.
Is it actually dark here?
It's not that dark. It's a bit of a mix, but there's some dark spots because of the trees and bushes. After all, it's woods.
another pass through.
Petey! Thank you for the raid. Sorry, my voice is going a little bit. How are you? How was your stream? Welcome to our D&D campaign.
As dark as Argento hasn't moved quite yet.
Give you a shout out.
Dark vision is something that only happens in darkness, where there is no light. And
Did some more
you know
Foxy
how there are
gameplay.
those
That
night
game
vision
looked
cameras
so
that see
cute.
everything in that like gray hue.
I was
where it's,
watching you
like,
play
really
it for a
hard to
little
make out the
bit
details of
before
stuff.
D&D
That's
started.
essentially what night vision is.
Yeah, you cannot tell color.
It looks so fun.
And making shit out in the first place is kind of difficult, and that's something that only happens like in the dark, like the dark where there's no light. Except for me, I see in shades of red.
I have to mute every now and again because Yume's in the same room and he does some talking as well.
Yeah, like if we were in like a pitch black area,
It is
we
fun
lit a
and also
torch,
confusing,
you
yeah.
would see the range of the torch. You wouldn't see dark vision. By your dark vision at that point, you'd see by the torch.
It looks really fun
Onward.
though. Also, why is night okay.
Finally, which I haven't put tokens on there yet. But
That's
finally,
okay.
yep.
Boop.
Oh, yeah, you guys can do that too. Good. Y'all arrive at what appears to be a bit of a mess. Some tents there, tools laying about, a well, but also a not too bad sized building, as in the miners' camp.
Ooh, what's up?
Because not everybody makes the journey back and forth from the village, of course.
So this is the place, John?
11 years.
Aye,
of
lads and
chat.
lasses.
Oh my god.
Before I
We've
can
got
take you into the
another
mines any
11 year.
further, so I can
11
show you
month.
the door. Gotta report to the old
Honey,
dwarf
We
that runs
have
the
another
place.
11-month child.
Okay. Should we wait here for you?
We almost
I
have
can just
another
follow me on into the
11-year-old.
house. He ain't gonna pay too much mind, I don't
One
think.
more month,
If he
TD.
throws anything at you,
I
just duck.
know.
Okay.
Popping out these kids, man.
As he knocks open
Even
the
though
door
I'm
loudly
Daddy's
and
eye.
walks on in.
They're all adopted. Thank you,
and
TD,
continues
for
to
11
make a left
months.
and immediately knocking
They're
another
mad
door
lad, you
open
and
to the
Kepler.
angry grunt of an old dwarf sitting there, staring angrily, albeit not before something comes flying from the hands of said dwarf
Nigel!
in the form of a pickaxe
How are
sailing
you?
through the air. Old John just deftly dodges it without paying much mind to it. But
No.
Who needs to make the deck save?
Clair and Hrist are the ones ending up making the deck save.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna try to catch it.
I mean, that means you're gonna have a even riskier thing there.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Good thing I tried to catch it.
Unfortunately, someone rolled painfully low with that nat one. In the process of Claire's attempt to catch it, wasn't quite able to catch it. Just knocking it with her hand as it goes flying through, stinging a little bit on her hand, but not really doing so much. Rather, it's the pickaxe flying further that causes the most damage as it flies into her face and smacks bluntly with the flat end of the top of the pickaxe.
Ow.
Ooh. That's unfortunate. Hey, Mr. Old Dwarf Guy, could you not do that again?
Dwarf glares, grumbling. I'm not fucking busting in the door. Can't you just fucking knock?
I thought we did knock.
Slamming the door open ain't knocking.
I didn't slam
I
the door
told you
open.
100 times, John. Open the fucking door calmly if you're gonna at least just bust in the door like that. Old John greets the dwarf and looks to you guys. Goes, "This is old Gerald. The name's not old Gerald." Ignoring it, continues on. "Gerald here runs the mine. After all, he's the best one for the business around here. He even makes the tools for us."
Hi, Mr. Gerald. I'm Clair.
Fuck. Fine, you must be some adventurers that John tracked down at random.
Actually, yeah.
Take a look over the pickaxe he threw.
It's a nice, well-designed pick. Not much else to say without really doing thorough, look at it. But it seems to be held together with steel as the head, a nice solid wood handle. Even after flying through the air, possibly more than this, it still seems to be very sturdy.
Is it damaged at all?
Just some minor scratches from use, but otherwise seems to be perfectly fine.
Cast a quick mending on it. Fixed up good as new.
Oh, fancy.
Gerald just stares deadpan, shakes his head, and goes, "Fine! I don't even care anymore. You can go play with the fucking door. If you can get it open, then that's fine. If not, then get the fuck off my mine!"
Thanks, Mr. Gerald. I appreciate that.
God, he's worse than the sailors I sailed with.
I've heard worse.
Set the pickaxe back down in front of him and then step back out of the room.
He just grumbles thanks and goes back to the paperwork in front of him.
Where's the store?
Sadra! Hi!
John takes you back out the door, grinning. Right around the corner, lads and lasses.
What's up, nice?
Just head on over here. It's one of the holes in the wall over there, you see. And
You got
takes you all along. I don't have actually a picture or scene of this one, but
Also, make sure you watch Doom's point of view too.
and brings you over towards one of the mine shafts. You can see there's more than one having been dug into the wall, but this one doesn't seem too deep. It's only a little bit of depth, a little bit of darkness, but a short distance in, about 10-20 feet, you see a large door, big enough for two people to walk through side by side.
Or one Goliath to fit.
Or one Goliath squat.
So, Mr. Math Teacher, you think you might be able to find a way through this door? Because if not, then I think Hrist and I are just gonna break it open.
I'll need a few minutes to study it, but I may be able to come up with something.
Sure. Claire has a seat and just kind of watches him. Sits down on the ground.
You guys have.
I got a hammer, a war hammer.
Just
Good for breaking.
mean, there does appear to be some form of text above the door. But it's barely seeable past the fact that they'd only just kind of opened and there's wood planks blocking in order to keep rocks from falling down.
Give it your best, Mr. Math Teacher.
Yeah, I'll take a few minutes to look over the door, see what I can deduce from it here. Is there a roll you need me to make, Dan?
You could do a wisdom roll to see if you can know anything about that type of door. Or you could try to do perception to see if there's anything you
Investigation
find.
checks are often used to, like, say, find something in particular. Perception, like if you're searching an area kind of thing, a perception check would be to, like, maybe notice this one particular thing out of place. It's really kind of interchangeable a lot of times.
Also, let me know if you guys can hear my fan in the background.
And rolled the same on both.
Well, between looking at the door, you recognize that the door seems to be one that could slide out of the way. In fact, there seems to be a oddly placed and very distinctly different, stone on the door that you're not quite sure of its purpose, but you can tell it seems like it moves inward for some reason.
Perhaps some sort of locking mechanism.
What do those words say?
It's a little too dark.
She'll come over and like hold her hand near the writing so that way it lights it up.
Have a look at it.
I forget what all languages you guys have past the base common one.
You could just ask. I have Primordial.
Yeah. Common, Dwarvish, and Elvish for me.
Sure.
Okay, if I can see my character sheet, that'd be great.
Wait, what do you speak?
I have Common, Primordial, and Elven.
Yume. Dark.
I'm trying to find where I have that.
I think I just have Common and Infernal.
Common, Draconic, Giant, Primordial, and Thieves' Cant.
So, several of you can somewhat recognize the words, although there seem to be a mix of languages, being Primordial being one of the languages. But as you can only half see the letters due to the planks and whatnot in the way, you can only partially tell what it says with what little you can understand of it. But it's a matter of whether you want to try to understand more of it.
Claire will take her warhammer and that longer curved edge. She's gonna wedge underneath one of the boards and go to pull and dislodge the boards.
Jeez. Roll deck save.
Just going all in.
That's a wisdom of -1. I'm making it honest. Describing it like if one of y'all wants to stop me, you can. But
yeah, I will stop you. These are probably here to support the tunnel. We don't want to cave it in on us.
Okay, so
okay.
Thankfully, before the board can be pried and the rocks fall, Claire was stopped, and so the rocks only shifted a little bit. but they also covered up more of the lettering, making it that much harder to see now.
Why don't we just pull it and dig all these fucking rocks out?
Only were that easy.
Wow, Nigel.
John, would it be that easy?
Wow.
John hadn't walked down the tunnel, but he hears them in the echo and goes. You can hear in the end of the tunnel. Hey, lass! You go fucking knocking down those boards, the whole thing
Thank
might
you.
cave in on you.
That's the worst design. Fucking. Oh my god. Okay, whatever.
Oh, I guess the protruding stone. I'm gonna see if that moves at all.
As you mess with the stone, you inadvertently push it in, causing the door to suddenly shake and the rocks to shift above before the door slides open, revealing the depths within the ruins behind.
It was that easy? They didn't ever just push that thing?
It would seem so.
Well, fuck.
Whoa.
I'm gonna take a step in.
It is really just a normal door.
Yeah.
That's all it was a normal door.
I'll call back out to John. We got it open.
And
John
people
says,
say, I'm
"That's
stupid.
Good, lads and lasses. I'll let you guys get to it then. I gotta go get to work on another tunnel. So check in with me later when you get done exploring."
Okay, bye, John.
Bye-bye.
They're just gonna start just traipsing into the dark tunnel, relying on her dark vision.
I'm gonna follow the softly glowing light because I have no dark vision.
I mean,
Yuffie walks in after Sylvic, her body slightly glowing in the dark.
Bioluminescence.
Yes.
What do I see in the tunnel?
Are we all just glow in the dark now?
No, just me. I'm the glow stick.
as
Hey,
you
I'm a glow stick.
pass into the ruins, the stone structure, you notice a faint glow inside seems to emit as you enter the room, or enter the hallway, I should say. Although it seems to be slightly flickering in a certain area as you see a section of wall that has been caved in. Holes bored in between the rocks. Something else, perhaps, had made it in here before.
Looks like they got a mole problem down here.
I wouldn't rule out the possibility. Let's be careful as we look around.
Looks like it splits here. Check out this side room.
I mean, you guys can see to a certain extent in here. It's not bright, but it's dimly lit, would be the best way of putting it.
Okay.
As you enter the room, you notice that it seems to be filled with large shelves with odd and end things, although most of them seem to have ceased to be much of anything other than dirt at this point. Other things seem like little pots and almost like a type of can of some variety, although nothing you've ever seen before.
I'm gonna run over and grab one of like the little can looking things. And take a look at it and be like, whoa, what is this?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna shake it.
So, as you shake it, you hear a rattling inside. Not much to it, but it sounds almost like dirt against metal in a way.
Is there like a way to open it?
Well, it seems to be fully sealed, but you'd have to do for an investigative check to see if you can find any particular way to pop it open.
Rug and throw it behind me. Look for another one.
Let's not go throwing things around, please. We don't know what.
Do a dex save, Zig. You skillfully dodge.
Catch the fucking thing. Catch the
got
fucking
it.
thing.
Yeah. You could if you want to. It's a matter of whatever you guys wish to do.
Yep.
If you wanted to try and roll for percept, like try and investigate it.
Malice is keeping an eye out for danger. Wow!
And I'm gonna try to find something interesting on the shelves. Nice.
I guess I'm gonna
will.
look around the room.
Yeah, I will also check the shelves to see if there are anything of worth here.
So for the perception check of a certain mouse, you can hear skittering around down further the hallway. You can almost make out, there are two possible branches further down the hallway, and you can hear things moving here and there, indicating there might be something else running around down here. Slight crackle of glass being barely heard as if something skittered over it. For Argento, as he investigates the rocks and that, he can tell these holes seem to be made by seem to have been made by some small mammal, but there also seem to be indications maybe something else had made its way in as well. There's also signs, with how good of an investigation you've done, that you guys aren't the first ones to pass through here, oddly enough. And it was recent that there seems to be some scratch marks of something having been, moved some of the rocks. Something potentially bigger than your standard rodent. Meanwhile, Clair continues to find many random things on the shelf, including an odd device that seems like it might be used to open something.
Oh, it's used to open something? I'm gonna take it and try to open one of the like it opens something and I can't find a way to open those can thingies. Maybe it's used for these. I'm gonna go over the first, try using it like a hammer, kind of like bonking it with them, and then like other ways, trying to see how to get this to open it.
Yeah, take the device out of Claire's hands and
I
just
found this.
use it on the can. I don't know what else to use on it.
Thieves tools.
It's a tool proficiency. It's tool proficiency. That's the thing.
You skillfully swipe it out of Claire's hands without her even noticing, and proceed to have a hold of the tool so you can, work with it.
I was using it as a tool proficiency to open the can.
Well, you successfully open the can then. Although, all you find inside the can are the remains of something. You're not quite sure what. It looks mostly like dirt at this point, but it's just kind of fossilized in between perhaps something else, like a plant or something like that.
Something. So the cans are used to store some sort of perishable that has long since expired. And I'll just hand both the can and the device back to Claire.
I'm gonna take the fossilized thing and just kind of like look at it for a moment, holding the other two things in one hand. Can I tell what it looks like what kind of plant?
I mean, wisdom check, I do believe, is what you'd be doing there, to see if you have enough smarts to figure it out.
Nature.
Nature. Oh.
Yep.
I lick it.
Well, already. Well, while you weren't quite able to figure it out easily, by licking it, you discover a hint of a spiciness, or rather, a really hot spiciness. Like, your tongue feels like it's on fire. If for the fact that you're immune to fire.
Almost immune. I'm resistant.
I mean, if you weren't resistant to it, you would think that this was something hotter than anything you've handled before for some reason.
I'm gonna, assuming that it has more of these spicy things, I'm actually just going to pop the fossilized spicy thing in my mouth, and then grab a bunch more of the cans to throw in my bag.
It tastes like really spicy dirt.
Not a fan of the dirt taste, but I love that spice. Maybe we can use it in cooking.
You're the dirt eater.
What if we got it wet? Would it taste like mud? Questions for later. I pack away like a good handful, like maybe 10 or so of these cans into my bag. What would you like me to list these as?
Perished canned goods.
Adding a custom item. Perished.
I am not touching that. Looks at Claire with disgust.
I'm gonna put both hands.
And I'm the bottom feeder. Ugh.
If you're not ever gonna touch that, then you better make sure that you don't let me do the cooking.
I mean, there's also pots. There's also
As long
other
as you
various
don't use that.
objects, which I believe Zai, you had rolled to check and see if there's anything of interest as well.
Yeah. Checking.
You also find many more of these odd and end items, and a couple odd and end tools, although some of them seem to have rusted into almost nothing at this point.
I could fix that.
I grab everything of interest and hand it to Sylvic so he can tinker with it. Not trusting anything here yet.
Well, the tools, I can use mending to restore them.
Are you planning on doing that right now? In the middle
Hello,
of this?
Scraps. How are you?
Probably not right now. I'll
Are you dead?
put them
What
away
happened?
to restore later.
So I guess put those under a custom item of miscellaneous tools times like 17 would be a good number.
Also
And
adding
we
a can
can-
opener to my inventory.
Also, I was...
Yeah, you got a can opener.
You said 17?
Yes, 17. Anything past that was not even recoverable and appeared to be more like dirt as far as the tools was concerned.
Miscellaneous kitchen tools, rusted.
Oh, you were
I'm
streaming?
actually putting them on
Your
the
neck is killing you?
gabo sheet.
Painful than it was
Gabo
before
sheet.
stream. Make sure you stretch out your neck. This shit's painful.
And there were no enemies in
How
this
long were you
particular
streaming for?
Not-
So it seems like this was a pantry of some sort. Just
2
judging.
hours? That's not too bad. What were you playing?
Seemed like perished food.
Go check out the
You
rest
gotta
of
stop
this
because of
place.
your neck. Oh, I see.
Oh, hey, boys.
Majora's Mask, that's a good one.
Excuse me.
Token. Wait, I didn't think so.
Much bigger than a rodent. How big? Like, big as a dog? Like Like big as a tree?
Visit github.com and enjoy 12% off your order with the promo code UNWINE12.
How big is this thing? She's not talking quietly at all, by the way.
Just wish my phone would stop glitching it out, though. Oh, you were playing on your phone?
Argento's asking how big.
You were able to tell it was something probably, human-sized or something akin to that kind of large size.
Bigger
Past
than a
that, you're
bread
not...
box.
Yes, bigger than a bread box. That works.
Well, we know it's not Jerry Long John.
It might have been Jerry. Maybe this is where Jerry stuck his dick in the slime.
God damn it.
And then they just never actually tried to
Oh,
come
the
back in
emulator
here because
kept
they
on
were like, that's
flashing
gross.
white.
We don't want to find Jerry's dissolved dick in here. Or Jerry's semi-dissolved dick. Who knows?
Grabbing a token here.
Yeah, we're fine. Quit being such a worrywart. I mean, if there's something as big as a person down here, we're gonna find it either way. It's not like there's a whole lot of places to hide. And she's still not making any effort to be quiet.
That token is borked. I can't believe you've done this. Oh well, I guess it'll be fine. It'll work, I think. As is apparently hiccuping.
Alrighty, Scraps, you get some rest. Make sure you stretch, okay? Mal, tell us as we walk. What was it?
Okay,
I'd like to know what I'm fighting before we go.
See, am I gonna go left or right? Let me get my directional die. The right.
Hess. Like sea urchins?
As you approach the right, you notice there appears to be bottles broken about. There's some bookshelves across the room, dimly lit in the light, as well as another large shelf with some other odd and end things
Or
on
is it kind of like that?
Oh. Hey, Mr. Math Teacher, there's books in here.
Something skitters about in the darkness.
I wonder if it's like
There's
the
something in here.
mantis. Those guys are like
Definitely
cockroaches.
Several things skittering about.
Nasty. Evil
Like
creatures.
small things.
Not particularly large.
Okay.
But
There's no
definitely
Yume one
small,
yet,
yes.
Nigel.
I think we've
one.
found whatever's in this dungeon. Or this.
So you roll a perception.
Brown bear, what do my eyes see?
Well, also roll a dex save while you're at it. As you're
Okay.
entering the room.
If it's to be quiet, I am making no attempt to be quiet.
You make a loud crunch of the glass as you step on it, realizing you're stepping through
Massage.
broken glass of varying types.
Massage
Your
it.
perception, though, as a result of being very keenly and rolling quite well, you can tell rodents. And they're coming quickly. Several of them come running around the corner into the room. On
Wash
hearing
it with a
loud
hammer.
burst glass.
I think this is time to roll for initiative.
Indeed. This is definitely that point.
Initiative time. My favorite time of the day.
So Doom, pull up the initiative tab and
Fucking
roll 20.
fog.
Nat 1. Damn.
Where's the
There's a little
initiative?
bit of
Rip.
I don't know where you find it in the DM side, but you just have to pull up the menu for it, and we can do something convenient.
It's on the left side. On your toolbar, there's a button for initiative.
Yeah, there's a bit of a fun fact, but the thing is, Doom has to pull up the menu order first. So click on your character, go to your character sheet. There's a button for initiative, and it will automatically add it as long as you've clicked your character. Like that.
So also, I need to set these guys up because I kind of.
Yeah, I didn't think being quiet was an option anyway. Alright, then.
Can we sacrifice Clair to the rodents?
She's already volunteering.
I'm on rodent squashing duty. Yes, exactly like that. You're in the order. Very good job. Let's squash me some rats.
So doing the same thing for selecting. How does he quickly add initiative to everything in the...
If you right-click on the individual tokens, you can then click the button Add Turn. If you want the players to not be able to see them, what I normally do is I will place a token on the GM layer and add it a turn, and then the players won't see it in the turn order, but the DM will. Yes, you're supposed to see your name at all times.
Initiative is.
That's intended.
Debatable.
Me and my freaking Nat 1 initiative. Sad.
Yeah, I didn't quite get a nat 20, but I did get a 20.
You can't see the numbers on the individual thing on the tokens for the rats, right?
Nope, all I can see is little rat tokens.
Okay. I'll just use this for.
Which I apparently have the ability to move said rat tokens around.
You do? I don't. Oh, that token I do. Which I can see the numbers on that token if I select it.
Yeah.
Fix.
Okay, now I can't. You're good.
For some reason it turned it on its own. Jeez.
That's a lot of initiative numbers. I have a feeling there's more rats than let's see.
It was also rolling to give them HP as well, so that you may not one shot. Although you probably will. I mean, the rats but still.
Buried HP.
Interesting.
So, what happens when you have a tie on initiative, by the way?
The person with the higher modifier goes first.
Higher dex goes first.
Okay, so that means Clair is the first one to go in this engagement.
Cool. Alrighty, I am going to move up to this first rat, and I'm gonna smack him with my hammer. I did. And wait a minute. Why is the hit so low on that? That should be much higher. Oh, never mind. I am being a dingus. Yeah. Oh, unfortunate.
9
I
to
don't
hit.
think
Miss
that
the
hits.
rat due to being not able to, because of its armor class being 10. So you
Lose.
miss.
And that is my end of turn.
And so begins the rodents.
Let's go! Bring it, bitches!
Rat attack time. Woo.
Let me see here.
Hey folks, you're
So, is checking the movement. So, rat number 1 moves over, rushes up to Claire, and proceeds to attempt an attack on you.
Freeze you little shits.
And fails completely horribly. I ain't gonna worry about checking your stats. It rolled a natural 1 and fell on its own ass trying to do it.
I'm gonna squash that one first.
But the rat in front of you is the next one in line to do an attack. So I guess I could add them to the turn order. Now, but how do you... Okay, how was it you added them to the turn order again?
You
So-
click on the token, right click it, and then add turn. And then you can just, yeah, there you go. Drag it into space. Shazam! Rats ain't got shit on me.
What
Squash
armor
'em.
class? So what was your armor class again? Here?
18.
So this rat fails to bite you. Just barely, though. Jeez.
It nibbles on your
All my steel
leg.
van braces.
Yep.
Get the just kind of kick my leg out, like, get off me, you little shit.
Let's see. As the next rat rushes towards Hrist this time and attempts to, bite. And lands it.
Hrist.
Hrist, sorry. Let's see. So it lands the bite, which I think just does 1 damage technically.
There you go. you
Next
want to
up
hit the,
is
changing the turn and the turn order. When someone's done, you can hit that little arrow at the bottom of the turn order thing. Say next turn.
okay. So now it's currently Mouse's turn, or Yume's turn.
Poor timing. He just got a phone call.
Yeah, I got a phone call all of a sudden. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's your turn. So,
Yep.
whenever you're ready.
Well, I have an interesting idea. First things first, excuse me, Argento. Scoot on by, move to here, and go ahead and look into the room. Wow, that is a lot of rats. Alright. Attracted to noise, huh? Well, let's see if you like this. And I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy.
What you
I'm
doing?
going to increase the sound of my voice to 3 times as possible. And I'm going to basically roar as loud as I can in an attempt to intimidate every rat in this room into stopping, whatever they're actively doing. Going to collectively make these things shit their pants, basically.
Okay, so how...
So that'd be an intimidation.
I would probably be rolling intimidation for that.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, better to get them all out of the way, right? You already said we weren't taking the stealthy approach. I'm just taking that to the extreme now.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
What?
Okay. So I need to roll saves for the rodents then?
It would be just
God.
kind of, as the DM at that point, you would just say, you would have in mind how, based on how he described what he was doing, how difficult of the thing you as the dungeon master believe that it would be, and then giving it a DC based on that. The DCs generally fall for checks here. Hold on.
Again, just kind of winging it.
So, the difficulty classes are something that's very easy is a DC 5, and easy is a DC 10, something that's medium is 15, hard is 20, very hard is 25, and nearly impossible is 30.
Just a bunch of rats. I don't see it being that difficult, but they just look like normal rats. They could be more.
Yep, there could be things that we don't know about these rats.
Exactly.
Could be hungry as fuck, and they don't care about being scared about something.
And not until you tried.
They could explode on death.
I mean, so Dune, just to kind of clearly explain, think of someone who just made their voice just pretty much the sound of a sonic boom almost, echoing through this entire room, screaming at these rats with a mighty roar. Or at least attempting to, anyway.
Considering the 11, I think you would succeed doing a decent one. But at that point, I also feel like you also are going to have to, there's going to have to be saves rolled on both, Karla's character as well as Clair there.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because they're in the room. It's a stone room, there's not really any padding in there.
Yeah.
So effectively, you're doing, they're affected by this just as much. Because the room's going to boost it, so I'd say honestly the rats are probably all stunned for a turn at this point.
In this case,
Just because they
it'd
are
be
rats.
whether or not Hrist and Clair would be deafened.
Mm-hmm.
That'd probably be something like Constitution.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking a con save would work for that.
Yeah.
So that means roll your con saves. So Clair is now deafened.
Well, you have a +7 and you... Oh, God. That's not even playing crits, man. This is like actual rolls and that's the first thing. Oh, no.
Okay, so
Just barely doesn't get deafened.
I mean, you don't know that. They could be deafened. They only got one more than me.
I mean, a save is a save against a contested roll, so I'd assume it's the same.
No, he probably has a DC for it.
But if I know.
You made an intimidation check. That has nothing to do with the level of sound you made.
Oh yeah, true.
Actually, no.
Thinking,
The
Yeah,
DC
no.
is right up there on your spell save DC of 12.
True, it does say that there, but also because of the room being so
True.
enclosed and being a sound-based hit, it would actually probably be a higher one than that.
Doom's
So
Call.
both of you deafened at this point, and also I feel like you should also roll your own, save on that as well because you're in the room.
Meep.
Okay, you're you're perfectly fine. Understood. You just deafened the other two because of the room.
I was ready for it. I'm the one doing it. I'm ready for the consequences of my actions. Unfortunately, I probably should have thought that through. You are not dead. Get that X off of you. Your ears are dead for at least the next solid minute.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
So I guess next goes Argento then. Wow.
if you're worried about the other thing hearing, it probably 1000% heard that.
That's the ruler tool. I think it was.
Yeah, the ruler tool is what we're looking at.
Essentially, treat each tile as 5 feet of movement. You can move up to 30, I believe. Or is Tabaxi a little faster than that?
Cast Gay at level 7. God damn it, Tom. I get the thing
Yes, you can move through players, just not enemies. Let's see if we get there. Essentially anywhere right here if it's a single move.
No, Tommy.
You can
What is
also
it?
break up your move as well. Like move 15 feet, attack, and then finish moving the rest of the 15 feet.
What
That
do you
is
want to
something
do?
you can do. So, a little bit of advice, Dark, for a rogue. Sneak attack is your bread and butter. To be able to get sneak attack, you need advantage to hit a target, which, unless we're not using the flanking rules, as long as you are, as long as you and one other player, one other ally is threatening an enemy, you have advantage on that enemy.
No, that is. You have to be standing on opposite sides of them.
Okay.
You have to be able to
Yeah.
draw a line through it.
Okay.
His sneak attack he gets even if he is next to, like if he moved right here, he would still get sneak attack because he has an ally within 5 feet of it.
There just has to be another ally within 5 feet of the target for him to get his sneak attack. But outside
Or
of
he has to
that,
have
all of
advantage.
these rats are stunned? Question mark?
The other rats are stunned, but there's also 3 more that are at the back coming in
Yeah.
as well.
That are
Okay,
just
so
deafened.
If the rats
Yeah,
in
they're
this room,
just-
are, in particular the first 4 rats, are stunned, well, congratulations, you get to smack them hard.
And then you just roll your attack with advantage on a stunned creature.
Hi, Sarah.
Go rat gang, kick their asses.
Do I have to roll for the hit?
Yes.
Yeah,
You will
you'll
go to your
need to-
character sheet and click on your weapon.
Not the weapon, it'll be listed under your attacks on your character.
You were in the middle of it, that always happens.
Yes,
Yep.
that would be it. And you click on the weapon's name now to roll for damage.
However, click the weapon a second time because you have advantage since he's stunned, because you might crit.
Yeah, advantage is you make 2 rolls, you take the larger one.
Yeah.
Should I roll to hit again?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
roll that one more time.
Okay.
Or click
Because
it
you
one more
might,
time.
because you have a chance to crit. You already hit. It's just, are you gonna crit? Which you're not.
Yeah.
Now,
So-
in the chat, you'll see that there's the weapon's name with the +7 next to it.
Yeah.
Click the weapon name, that rolls
Give me a
damage.
wrench.
12 damage to that rat.
Yep, so
Nice.
6 from your basic hit and 6 from your sneak attack.
That is
That
one
is.
dead rodent.
Hell yeah! First kill of the game goes to Dark. Oh, okay. Good job, Dark.
Good job. What the? What was
That's
that?
people in the background at Dark's. His brother, I believe.
Upside down.
Oh, Doom, for that, there is a mark that you can put on them. If when you click the token, there's that little ball down underneath them. Click that ball to open it up, and there's a red X.
I mean, I'll just leave it upside down anyways.
Alright. And
I
then
guess there's that X.
Yuffie.
Woo! Alright. I am ranged, so I'm gonna aim for this rat right here. And I'm going to hit it with my bow and arrow, aka the needle gun. Hasha!
That is an
You-
easy
No.
hit.
You actually have Isn't firing on a creature when it's in range of another creature give it disadvantage?
No.
No.
Okay.
Firing at a prone creature with a ranged weapon gives disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, I think that's another dead rat.
Just pray you don't thump.
Do it. Critical fumble. Shoot me in the back.
Next comes
Get him, Karla.
Hrist.
Wait, no. She's gonna take my rat. Oh, okay. Hell yeah. I still get my toy.
Zai, is the
Curious.
needle gun supposed to use strength? I thought ranged weapons were dex. Wait, eh? Hmm.
Hit him. Hell yeah. Oh.
Smack.
Jeez, you guys hit hard.
What's that about Rat Gang, Priximus?
No, you guys, how you doing? As usual. So we get one civic knives up next.
Well, since y'all more or less taken care of the first bunch of these rats, I'll leave Claire with her rat. take a rifle-looking device off my back, point it at the glass around Hrist's feet, and launch said glass into the rat right here. If I can figure out how to do the ping. There it is.
The movement tool, just hold the left click.
Yeah. I'm basically launching a nice broken shard of glass into that rat there. So I'm going to need it to make a dex save, Doom.
Oh.
Yeah, no. It
Decapitated.
fucking...
I don't think it was decapitated. I think that was rat blender.
So we're back at Clair.
Alright, I'm gonna rectify my previous whiff and squash this damn rat against the ground. Fuck yeah. 3 points of damage.
The rat doth die because they only had a limit there.
Hell yeah. And then I am gonna move up. Mop. Hey guys! I got one! And she's just gonna shout out. I can't hear anything! I'm gonna sprinting into the room.
How do you remove something from the turn order, by the way?
If you hold your mouse
like
over it, there's a little, yeah.
I actually forgot to add these guys to the turn order, so it don't matter, but there's also the new group. And
she sees Hrist open her mouth as she passes, and she just shouts back over her shoulder, "What?" End of turn.
D&D is send in more rats. I mean, I was thinking of sending in some slightly meaner rats to the bunch here.
That's a big fucking rat. Holy shit. she will shout that, actually. Oh god, there's more behind us. What the fuck?
You guys are making a lot of noise here, but I gotta fucking set these guys up now.
How many damn rats you got?
I mean, you're in a place full of rodents.
Make it bigger? Shut the fuck up, Karla. Don't be like Roll20 and name the fucking enemy.
Just thinking of Germ as the giant enemy spider, except it's just a rat.
Karla, I will hurt you. Yeah, Karla. Just
I think Karla's probably already listening to me rolling here.
Though I'm sure mine was different. For those that while Doom is doing, those of you who don't know, that story is one of in a game that I was playing. The DM decided to tell us that we got story points in each game, each session that we could say, DM, I'm going to use a story point and change something about the narrative that you have just put forward. We approached without our tank to a group of wolves that outnumbered us almost 2 to 1 at first level, and one of the I used a story point to make sure they were sleeping, and then a different player, one player used a story point to say the wolves were sleeping, that we had stumbled into, because it was like the Emperor's New Groove kind of situation. Suddenly, because the player B rolled a nat 1, we were just in the middle of all of them, but we rolled a good enough stealth that they hadn't woken up yet. And player B then decided to use their story point to say, hey, guess what? All of these these wolves, this wolf there, that one is really big, and his name is Old One Eye. He's the one that took the chief of your village's town. The chief of your village's leg in a fight, and the chief only managed to get his eye and survive. I used a story point to say that they were sleeping because they got injured in their assault earlier or whatnot on one of our food stores. And we would have died if the dungeon master had not said he will not let us die on Tutorial Island. He had the wolves run away right before we all died. That's the story of the named wolf.
Alrighty then.
And still to this day, I beat the player up about that. Outnumbered and buffs the enemy. When you're without your main tank. So, whose turn is it?
Currently, it's the big boy.
Fabulous. Holy shit, that one's huge! Can I keep it? What do you mean? It's fucking bigger than him!
The rat runs in amongst the group.
I am
This
gonna
one
smack him as he runs by me with an attack of opportunity.
Is it close enough for him to do that? For the attack of opportunity?
I saw the pass like right through here, which puts him through
Yeah, I
my
guess
threatened
so.
range now. Kerplow. Kersplat.
Yeah,
It's the 8 and the 7 because I'm one-handing because I got my shield.
I figured you guys being deafened was only for 1 round.
I'm treating it as deafened until I'm told otherwise.
Well, that probably that too.
He's dead rat.
Hey, none of you are allowed to pass. I'm your friend. Be friends with me. I'm gonna smack your fucking skulls in.
Which point now it's Mouse's turn.
Alright. Also to mention, we did wind up getting interrupted a bit. Zai is currently AFK, and will have to be gone for just a little bit. I'll be taking her turns for her in the meanwhile. Also, that's a big fucking rat. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
there's one behind you.
I'm glad I...
Actually thinking about it, you'd have to make... Yeah, they technically need to do a perception on those guys because you guys are focused entirely forward.
I mean, considering I just screamed at a bunch of the rats in front of us. Oh, wait, nope, never mind. There is a bigger one in front of us.
Behind us!
Yeah.
Handle the ones behind. I can take these ones.
I
can't
think
hear you. Shit,
I think
never
I
mind.
got it. I think I got it for all of us.
I don't know.
Behind us.
Right, more to deal with. So, giant rat over here. Do I notice it with that roll or no?
Well,
I mean, it's hard to miss the giant rat. You might not notice with your roll. You may not notice the tiny ones, but you definitely see the big one. The big one's kind of, big.
Okay, with that said then, alright, big fella, let's see what you got. Fires a crossbow bolt. Oh
Nice.
boy.
Wow.
I'd be impressed if that didn't hit.
That would land the hit there, definitely, yeah.
Alright.
Hell yeah.
And you were targeting the one behind, right?
Yeah,
you
the
go
large
for the-
one here.
The big one. Oh, he did.
He's just big. It's a big fucking rat. I mean, you plunged fucking crossbow bolt through its head.
That's a horse-sized rat. I'm surprised. Holy cow.
I just fired a single crossbow bolt into a
I mean,
human-sized
I
rat.
kind of just wanted to express them as
That
being
wasn't-
big. They're not super horse sized. They're just much more noticeably bigger. Like I guess technically that's.
So for that, usually like these rats, if they weren't normal size, you would do that whole thing where you hold Alt while scaling it to make it less as big as like a 5x5,
That is fair.
and then you'd have like a rat that's actually the bigger size. I can't
Well, that's-
control scale. I'd show you.
That's one less rat to deal with.
I guess
I can only
technically
spin.
I was just trying to make it more noticeable token size, but there you go. Now they're really tiny on the screen. Them some fucking small ass rats. Then again, they are rats.
Those are
so just little
Those are
rats.
still big for rats. Just small.
Yeah.
token.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not very strong there.
Fuck you, chatting your rats.
But they're numerous.
All right, Dark. What you doing?
That's it. That's it.
What's it?
Don't worry about it.
What's it?
Don't worry about it.
What's it?
Don't worry about it. Oh wait, technically, I think Dark actually has to wait for. Wait, is the rat still alive?
What rat?
Okay, Dark does have to wait for a rat to go.
Nah.
Okay. You down. Let's just add it to the list. Because there's actually a rat just ahead of him. It's just going to skitter in real quick here. And then
Get him, Argento. You're a cat. You're the natural predator of these fuckers. Get some dinner. Hey, Psycho. Go. I'm not wrong. Time to cancel Clair. Fuck you, you can't cancel me. Your cancel culture can eat my ass. So these rats up here are kind of far, but I think Yeah, you can reach the rat back there and still be able to hit it. Yes, it is your turn. Sarah? No, it is not dinner time. Do not give me that. It's like 2 hours before dinner time. No, you sassy savage.
Yeah, it's your turn, Dark.
It is currently your turn.
Being a sassy bitch.
I think I rolled the wrong one.
You rolled the
Looks
damage.
like the damage.
Oh yeah, that's damage. There you go.
Well,
Another
We'll
one. Does hey, I'm gonna stab you too. Gento's just shish kebabbing rats to eat.
I almost forgot about this one, so it's been a little bit later
That's fine.
than it was supposed to.
It can certainly try.
I mean, it bites you for 1 damage.
Oh.
So it actually lands a bite on you.
Ow. Fucking rude. That's the first one that's ever hit me. Oh, and another rat. Let's go.
So we also get this one that is going to come over here and approach to attack Argento as well.
Oh. Good.
And fail.
Kono yaro. Dioda.
Oh yeah, I did forget to bring this guy into the turn order properly. Oh well, whatever. Fuck it. Brain. Derp. Don't worry. Is that?
You're good. Picked up, kitty. Now you're on my lap. What do you got to say about that? Huh? Little Miss Screamer.
Let me just bring the big boy in. This rat is that big.
Now that's more like it.
And then is Yuki's turn.
Which I will unfortunately have to take for her in the meanwhile, although knowing her, I need to double check the weaponry.
Got a big long bow.
She's got like 2 weapons, but I think she'd probably just fire another blow dart into the one that's right next to Argento. Let me go over to her end and
There, now you're gonna be quiet now that you're on my lap getting pets.
Because these moves are trying to.
Yes, that is actually a big rat.
That one's actually like fucking huge.
Ooh.
Then the rat successfully
So-
avoids.
There's a funny thing with ranged attacks and melee combat, Doom, that I sometimes do. When they roll a nat 1, that's a critical failure. Usually you have something interesting happen. My favorite thing, which you definitely don't have to do, is if you're attacking even like in melee with your friend next to you, maybe you have to roll your attack again and see if you accidentally hit your friend instead.
I like it. Let's do it. So, let's have that accidental. Let's have that hit roll on Argento here.
Sorry, Argento. You roll attack and see if it hits Argento's armor class.
You like getting one shot. Okay, it does not end up breaking through the armor of Argento there.
There is a thud as a dart embeds itself in the leather armor.
A lovely, lovely thud as Argento narrowly avoids being in a lot of pain just because the armor successfully protects.
She has been informed.
Did she nearly kill Dark's character already?
Kind of played it off as tried to fire a needle at the rat. It bounced off the wall and then it just kind of plopped into his fur and just sank in there like a needle in a haystack.
Even though it's a flechette and not an actual needle.
Yeah, that needle gun of hers is firing flechette rounds.
Hold on, let me send you a picture.
Hrist.
Think that, like,
First
basically
is
like
next, yeah.
like a needle dart. Or just like shrapnel, basically. Basically like a shrapnel.
Cover your ears.
What?
It kinda is like a needle.
Not right there. Hey.
What are they selling?
Well, there goes what I was planning.
Yeah, the rat gang is getting bullied quite hard here.
Get bullied, rat gang.
I mean, it still isn't the worst thing on the roster.
Those still look like darts.
Oh. Oh, Thunderwave.
It's Thunderwave.
Oh, that'll deafen the fuck. Jesus. That can be heard within 300 feet. And it's in an enclosed space. You're fucking psychotic.
that is,
So both the bigger rats need to make decent. I think it was Constitution saves, and the rest of us are just deaf. Deafened.
Maybe.
So, rat A, just okay. So, stuns again on rats, right?
Well, that's more like what your call if it does that. It doesn't actually stun anything. The spell only says the creatures within 10 feet of them.
No,
of
I'll
her.
take 2d8.
Yeah, they take 2d8.
Okay, so
So actually, sorry, it's a. Where's your cube, Karla? Is it like this? Because it's a 15-foot cube. So it's 15 feet on each side.
my top.
3 by 3.
Oh, right, because it doesn't count the center one. I forgot.
Yeah.
So the big rat and the smaller rat in front of her would have to make Constitution saving throws or take 2d8, half as much on a failed save. Which, Karla, you need to roll the 2d8. And then if you decide there's any extra effect because it's a thunderous boom that can be heard from 300 feet out in the open air, that's all you.
Well, I do feel like there's gonna be Constitution saves being made just for hearing ability.
Do you still want me to, even though I'm deaf at the moment? I'm totally willing.
Yes, you gotta, because you're already basically injured, so to speak, as a result of what has happened.
Permanently lose your healing. Con saves?
It'd be con saves, and it should be for pretty much everyone at this point.
Literally
Yeah.
everyone. You probably have advantage if you covered your ears beforehand, though.
Yeah,
I
you
would
would
argue.
have an advantage, I would say. So
21.
basically, Yuffie's the one with advantage.
Well, I'm the only one who's not with advantage.
True. So
I'm the only one who's deaf.
21 for me.
Woohoo!
Yeah, even
Hrist also wouldn't have advantage.
it's true. Wouldn't give recovery and do it at the same time.
Yeah.
Jeez. So, Hrist is also
Yeah,
now
you-
deaf.
You got advantage.
You'll get advantage since it was shouted, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I almost feel like technically Claire should take a little bit of damage just from failing the Constitution save on that one.
I'm okay with that.
Because it's basically injury on injury at that point, which means
Yeah.
your ears
How much?
are literally going to be bleeding at this point.
How
'Cause
much
you've
you want me
blown-
to take?
You're in
I
range
guess-
of the attack too, aren't you? Or did you already do
No,
No,
I'm not.
no, just near the attack.
I would say D4.
Yeah, I think 1d4 should be determine how much damage you take.
Gee,
4
thanks,
damage.
Karla.
Did Karla pass the save?
Karla failed the save as well. Technically, Mouse also would have failed the save because of the enclosed space.
Yeah.
So, Mouse also suffers from deafness now. Karla also needs to roll 1d4 for damage on themselves, considering they were also deafened prior.
Get fucked.
So, Karla also took 4 damage, self-inflicted.
Yeah, you got a
you
nat 20.
passed.
You're
Yeah.
fine.
Basically, I set it as as a 20 is what the save requires, because it's enclosed space. It is capable of being third, loudly at 300 feet away. It is really hard to survive without suffering at least deafness. And those two, of course, took damage because they already were deafened. Injury on injury. So,
Busted
It
ear
does-
drums.
hit the rat, sends it flying, and hits the other rat, which I'm just going to say, because they collide as a result of being sent flying, after one also took added damage, they both fucking just... They're dead. They fucking died from colliding with one another. 'Cause
And then roll your 2d8 to deal damage to the big rat.
Big Rat did a save. It didn't get hit.
Oh,
rolled a
It
nat
still takes
20.
half.
Oh,
yeah.
it still takes half from it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it'd take 5 instead of 10.
So the big rat is much angrier now than it was a moment ago.
Ah, my fucking ears! What the fuck?
This isn't ending well.
Am I bleeding? My ears are bleeding! Stop.
Clear Mike, this is fucking some damage done to those ears.
I'm gonna cancel Hrist.
And so it's Sylvic's turn to try and do something about this situation.
I could make the deafening worse.
Please, no. I don't want to lose my hearing. Permanently.
Actually, you wouldn't even. Worst part is you can't actually even hear any comment about that either.
Yeah, no. You know what? Do what you're gonna do. If I have to learn sign language as Claire, then and take a feat to read lips, I guess so.
Damn.
Yes.
With 16 insight, can I kind of tell if this is the last of these bastards?
I think you can. Well, you can tell that this seems to be about it for the rodents that you're running into in here.
If the whole mountain doesn't know we're here already.
Well, I'm not. I mean, I'm saying last of the rodents as a point of reference.
Yeah.
The big rodent is actually completely fine. It rolled a nat 20. It basically somehow avoided being deafened by it, and is literally took some damage because it was in the blast radius. It is now super fucking pissed at you and wants to eat your ass.
It reached down and grabbed a pair of the dead rats and stuffed them into its ears.
It is a very, very pissed off rat.
Unfortunately, my only cantrip doesn't have that much range on it.
I mean, there's one right here.
Yeah, there's one that's
That's
currently
true.
stunned right there.
Oh, and he's
In which case, I point the rifle at it and shoot a glob of acid at it. Needs to make a con save.
Oh.
It takes the hit, and because you did 2 damage, it's still alive.
That's fine.
But that's about as close as it gets as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Claire
Next
is
up
going to assume that this rat that's been hit by acid and the sonic boom that happened, that this rat is out of commission and is going to move up Paw. So that way... Oh wait, you're not in melee with it. Okay. Whatever, I guess I'm back here now. And I'm gonna smack it. Hell yeah. 7 damage.
All you've done is made the rat still even angrier, but it's now, fairly hurt.
Run around back and smack it in the back of its shoulder blades. Hey! You big fuck! Will you just die? I can't hear anything! End of turn.
Can Claire even hear
I
her
did
own
not give them
voice?
health bars.
No, I can't. I
I
can't
mean,
hear my
they're
own voice.
supposed to have health bars? Well,
I'm deaf.
fair enough.
Well, Nigel? Alright. Hmm.
Oh, dead rat.
That's all in like DM preference whether you make a
Thank
health bar
you.
visible or not. Because when you make the health bar visible, we don't see the numbers, but we do see the bar. I like to as a DM just because I feel that's a good visual representation. Because generally, as you damage something, it starts to visually look more hurt.
Yeah.
Which you probably could set. I just
Well.
because of how quickly they were dying for the most part.
I was gonna say, Mouse
Those
is
ones
a
didn't.
giant rat. Alright, these guys aren't so tough after all. Alright, let's see here. Line up the shot. Go for the shot.
Ooh.
Whiff.
Think that's a whiff?
That is 100% a whiff.
There's crossbow bolts stuck in the other side of the room in a box now, so that'll be handy to pick up later.
Mouse, come on, show the rats you're better than them.
You should have
Next
seen
rat
the
is
other one.
stunned, which
Wait a
means
minute, they
Vi's
can't hear
now.
me.
Argento's turn, which actually I guess shouldn't it take poison damage since it was hit with acid spray? Or poison
No.
spray? Okay, so
It's just a
It's-
one-time thing. Mouse! Mouse!
Yeah, right click.
Mouse,
Hear a
quit
damn
ignoring
thing, can
me!
they?
I mean, you're also deaf, Mouse. You can barely hear. Well, you can hear like a slight stinging sound and a little bit of Claire's voice making it through. You can't understand what she's saying.
Oh, so it's like
Meanwhile-
a flashbang went off next to him where he's got that like ringing sound and can muffled hear people's voices.
Yeah, because he's
Meanwhile, I
because
can't hear shit.
yeah, you're literally your earbuds like eardrums are blown. For Mouse, he's just fucking deaf at the moment and hasn't recovered yet.
Oh. Meanwhile, Argento
Argento's-
cleaning a fucking house back there.
Pretty much. Go Argento.
Hell yeah.
Squish goes that rat.
Mop.
Then you can move to try to catch up to the rest of us.
Because you have 30 feet of move.
Yep.
So you could get.
Of course,
all way
the
back.
big rat is still quite alive and kicking, and turns around to look at Claire.
Yeah,
Play.
500 feet. Does it hit?
It hits.
Oh, impressive.
And let's see here. Oh, jeez.
It's multiple dice. I don't like that.
That fucking rat.
I
Shit.
don't like that.
Barry, you're on the ground. You're in pain and dying from bleeding. That rat just fucking chewed your ass up.
It did 10. It did 10 damage.
It actually did 11.
The fuck? I blame you for this, Hrist.
Oh shit! Fire Genasi backwater down!
And the rat, having successfully chewed on Claire and put down, also makes the move up to Hrist and is now in Hrist's face.
Don't worry, when I heal you, your ears will work.
You say that now, but I'm pretty sure they won't.
Oh my God. I'm gonna move a little bit this way.
Yeah, it is currently your turn.
For ways. Okay, good. It's still within range. I'm gonna
Would've been fine and alive and kicking.
needle gun. Ahoy!
Wasn't for the fucking-
Does it hit it?
Yes, it does hit. So do your damage. And
Let's go!
the big rat has successfully been felled. I'm hitting wrong buttons in the middle of this.
I peek around the corner, needle gun ready, fire off and shoot it right between its fucking eyes.
Great, now there's only one left.
Yeah.
Which is a matter of whether or not people are paying attention to it. Which, since Hrist
Yeah,
tries to run
opportunity.
past the rat, it gets an attack of opportunity.
Wah.
Wah wah.
It doesn't have Sentinel, Karla. It doesn't stop you.
And it also bit your ass for 2 points as you ran away from it.
Fucking ankle biters.
No go, okay, good night. Sleep well.
Yeah, you could. It's
Yeah, you
right
could see
next
the
to
rat. You just didn't notice the rat, Karla.
Yeah, the
and you
rat's
moved.
literally right, right there.
You.
You
Yeah.
just didn't
It was
notice
literally-
you moved.
The one that you had, like, sitting there. You might have forgotten about it and treated it as dead, though, like Claire also had.
It has to
I
make a
am-
dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
No, rat's doing a saving throw.
Oh, great! More
The
thunder.
rat- The rat survives with a nat 20.
Oh my god.
It still takes half
Takes
damage.
half damage.
Roll the
So it's
2d8.
still dead, but that rat barely fucking,
Oh,
Oh.
6
Is-
points.
Yeah, no, it did not. Like, the regular rats did not have that kind of health. It is dead. It survived the main hit, though, but it fucking tanked it like a champ. It just died in the end. And now you guys gotta deal with the aftermath. I do math over here, I guess.
fuck.
Does Claire get her hearing back?
I'm okay with not getting it back. At least for now.
I know the spell says for objects, but can I use mending on these two to potentially restore their hearing?
No.
No, mending is for not people.
Mending is for objects. And no, killing me does not make me an object at which you could then mend my eardrums. What?
Claire definitely does not have hearing recovered at all at this point, and is alive, albeit, a lot of fucking pain after that.
Fuck. We'll find out.
This.
Restoration will heal. Will heal it.
I mean, with proper treatment, can be treated, but it's a matter of
When I
proper
get my
treatment.
hearing back, I'm kicking your fucking ass.
So I'm going
What?
to guess Claire and Hrist will auto fail any perception checks involving hearing.
Deafness is deafness. That's basically what it does.
Yep.
What are they selling? I'm just gonna pull myself into the corner and shove these bones out of the way to sit down for a minute and catch my breath.
Well, on the plus side, the experience you all gained from struggling through that fight actually does give you enough in total to achieve level 2.
Oh, sweet.
Sweet.
Yay!
You
How
got
much
300
experience?
It was 300 on the dot.
Oh,
Because
nice.
the small rats were all 10, the two bigs were 25 apiece, and the big one was 150. Because
Damn.
it was fucking big. So I gave it extra point. Because it was fucking very big. It was very painful.
So, do we level up with long rests, or do we go ahead and just level up now?
Long rest is usually when a level up happens.
Yeah.
So long rest, so...
We are queued for a level up.
Good for
Yeah,
a
you
level
can
up.
set your
What?
experience bar. Or, I guess I could add that, technically.
Yeah, I added it to mine.
Yeah,
I
mine
actually
says
have a
that.
section for it.
Hey, Mr. Math Teacher. You're good to check the books now. I'm just gonna catch my breath. Ow.
So clear this.
Oh. Detect magic. Interesting.
So you're trying to detect if there's anything magical in there. So within 30 feet of you, you can sense magic. That way. I realize how big these crates are because of how I set this up on. It's fine.
Yeah, so it's concentration for up to 10 minutes, and she can just walk around the whole place with it on, seeing if she detects any magic. A solid foot of stone, 3 feet of wood or dirt, or an inch of metal, or even just a thin sheet of lead will block that detection.
So, more or less, like, most of the stuff she'd be able to detect through as she moves around the room.
She'd be able to detect through pretty much everything, because she wouldn't be able to detect on the other side of this stone wall. Like,
Yeah.
like say from here to here. If it was, say, over here, she still would, because there's area around it that it can go. It's just if there's no, like, around that would reach it kind of thing. The detect magic is a ritual cast spell, or can be ritually cast, and they are doing that. Does she detect anything magical?
There's some residual magic in the walls, which seems to be hinted by the glowing of the light within the... and perhaps other mechanisms, but they're mostly indiscernible because of the residual magic. Beyond that, there doesn't seem to be too much magical, although one of the barrels seems to be a bit like there might have been magic used on it at some point. But it's very weak and hard to tell.
I'm going to search through the books and shit.
Yes, investigation.
Roll poorly on your investigation. As you attempt to investigate through the books, you find them,
shit,
unfortunately, falling apart in your hands. Most of these books so old, and now because of this place having been opened in recent times, they're nothing but dust due to the wear of time. What
and
you
then-
can, and because you rolled so low, I can't really give you anything else on that.
I wouldn't.
Yuffie
I guess
was-
they're to the point that I
Yuffie's
can't
in this.
even mend them.
For the most part, yeah.
Alright, how about these scrolls?
You'll have to try again. As for Yuffie finds the one crate is absolutely empty. It's like it'd been emptied not too long ago, and in fact, the odd smell of what seems to be a dead animal is in there. Perhaps the rats were eating whatever this was. Beyond for the other crate, though, it seems to be very tightly closed, but may have something of value. You can't quite tell. It's just full and doesn't want to budge.
Argento, with his 17, was searching those crates.
These crates are in fairly good condition, considering how long they've been down here. Although the bottles on top seem to be full of liquid, although one of the bottles has long since fallen and has stained the ground with something that you can't quite tell what it is anymore.
Are there any kind of labels on those bottles that he can tell what's in them?
Labels are relatively worn out, although there's little bits here and there that you might be able to discern through his knowledge of other languages.
I mean, again, I can restore anything that's
To a
not
degree.
dust.
Which you also find some scrolls, most of which have been far too long down here and are falling apart. There's a couple that seem to be intact.
Restore
you
them.
can't- You're restoring them? Okay.
Yeah.
As far as what's in the barrel, you don't know, Karla. You just know that the barrel seems to have some form of magic to it, like it might be preserved by it or something to that nature. Oh, you smashed it open. Oh, you just smashed it. The smell of... Sorry, I missed that. The smell of what smells like a really strong alcohol permeates the air abruptly. Something that was perhaps aged for who knows how long, really. But has somehow survived the test of time thanks to the magic.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, you'd like to, but you smashed it open, Karla.
It's leaking all over the floor now because of it being smashed. While the barrel itself was well preserved thanks to the magic, it is unfortunately not super sturdy.
Yes, you smashed the lid open, Karla, but it's on its side.
No, Karla's over here.
Okay.
But it's still leaking out because she smashed it hard enough that the sides have come open slightly. So there's only a small amount that's still surviving in the bottom.
That's the problem. Smash is not delicate.
You did not delicately open that. You fucking busted it. There's also pieces of wood fragmented through what remains in the bottom, unfortunately.
So we can't even salvage that.
I'm gonna go over here with RG and try to help him out by using the thin end of my hammer to pry open the boxes like a crowbar.
As you pry it open, you discover many bottles, some of which don't seem to be in the best of shape anymore. But many are still, have stuff in them of some variety or another.
What do they say?
The labels themselves also still appear to be very worn out with time. Would require someone else to restore them to try and help you be able to discern them.
Well, fuck it. Claire's never made smart decisions before. I'm gonna pop the cork and give it a taste. Just like a little taste.
Upon popping open one of them, a strong spice smell fills the air, and as you take a taste, it tastes awful. Roll a Constitution save.
Did you find anything, Yuffie?
Somehow you avoid being utterly sick, narrowly, but is still awful.
This shit's awful. Do I even have any? Does it taste like alcohol taste, or does it taste like
tastes
spoiled fruit, or what?
This one particular tastes like maybe like it might have been a condiment if you could tell between the spoilage of the flavors being mixed together and having been in there way too long.
It's fucking ketchup.
500-year-old ketchup. Yeah. No, he said it's a spice that filled the air, so this is hot sauce.
It's like I was honestly leaning in the direction of like ketchup or something like that, not even something spicy, just something bad at this point because it's been around so long.
Spicy ketchup.
That's why I burst out laughing when Sig said that, because I just been envisioning ketchup in that bottle the whole fucking time.
And then I just said exactly what you were thinking.
Did Karla detect anything magical as she ran this room?
She detected something on the shelf, but she is back behind stuff.
Oh, disgusting. She's gonna throw the bottle off in the other direction.
And I'm doing one
Did they toss it
glance
towards
over
Yuffie?
this room down here to see if they may have missed anything.
It's all the same thing. It is not quite all the same thing. It does look like different shades of brown.
Oh my god, there's
black.
honey mustard.
Oh god, that means there must be a jar of mayo in here too. Seal the lid. Seal the lid. I'm just gonna close the lid, and then with the hammer side of my hammer, I'm just gonna tap the nails back into the thing and shut it. And I'm gonna look over at RG and be like, "No, this is disgusting."
This shit reeks like clams.
Wait, what if we use these like stink bombs to throw at things?
God damn it, I'm trying to
Oh
hydrate.
god, there's Argento.
She pops it back open and pockets a few of them to use as stink bombs.
God damn it.
Oh shit.
Take them to throw. Sure, you can take them to throw at people. I won't.
How many bottles?
I'm taking 8.
I'm not even touching the things.
You find what seems like a tool with an odd set of blades on it. And it has a long, like, cylindrical type shape. But you're not quite sure what else it is.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Archie, you can totally take some for throwing at people too.
The cream. It's not green. It's not, oddly cream white. It's probably a bit greenish too.
How many bottles of the condiments are you taking, Dark?
4, looks like.
Then just write in your inventory, just spoiled condiment bottle, and put quantity 4, and you're good.
Spoiled ketchup.
Nah, I took random ones. I didn't care if it was a ketchup one or not.
I'm just putting bottles of rotten condiments.
The dreaded honey mustard mayo.
Is there, with the 15 perception, is there anything in this room that the others may have missed? No.
You perceive that there's a dead body on the floor that nobody paid attention to and someone had already stepped on a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And that the crate is, one of the crates are still closed, and there's still 4 barrels that are intact. Although, what's in them is anybody's guess.
Claire kind of walks in alongside him and pops this crate open.
You peek inside and see the fossilized remains of some variety of fruit.
Huh. Closes it. Was this whole place a fucking kitchen?
Pantry, looks like
How
it.
many pantries do you need? What?
Gento rolls an 8 and realizes the barrels are in fact barrels. They may or may not contain anything, but they're also really large and really heavy. Yeah, that's what you determine. And they're stacked surprisingly well that they haven't fallen down in all this time.
How big is this body, by the way? Does it look human-sized?
For the sake of reference to things, it is bigger than your standard human. It seems like it might be someone much taller.
Like a giant?
Yeah, something to that effect.
Holy cow. Can I pop one of these open?
I'm gonna get at it
Okay,
under the
yes.
rim before Claire floods the place.
What's in this one?
You pop it open, and the smell of almost pure alcohol fills the air. Something that
Jeez.
smells so strongly that it burns your nostrils and even your eyes somewhat upon, having opened it.
You
And
lost your hearing.
Argento really suffers now because even his nose is filled with the scent of this incredibly strong alcohol.
I'm gonna
Claire,
pop
you
that
lost-
lid back on.
Claire, you lost your hearing. Now get ready to lose your sense of smell and sight too.
Not quite. It's just really, really potent alcohol.
Fucking ethanol in here. It's rubbing alcohol.
I mean, a couple thousand years would do that to something, give it enough
Yeah.
time. Two other bottles and fill them with liquid. You could, although bear in mind, opening those bottles, you're going to have to suffer for opening them and draining them out to get the other. You might be better coming back with actual. But that is a matter of choice for your character.
While he's doing that, can I actually check the bookcase? Because I've always liked stories, and I want to see if there's one of them that I could take. I know the math teacher's probably taken all the interesting ones, but it could be cool to have like a story or something from here.
Several of the books have already fallen apart, and they all seem to be not in the best of shape. Unfortunately, none of them seem to be really recoverable at this point.
Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna look from.
Now
Look and grab a couple.
You basically grab the ones that still look like they were intact and just get covered in dust. You are now from head to toe covered in dust. You can no longer smell at all because you have so much dust in your nose on top of everything else.
She just sneezes. Dust cloud poof away.
About that, isn't Claire constantly on fire? Or no?
I'm not constantly on fire. I am
Okay.
I am hot to the touch, and I have
You know,
those little lines of essentially like little they look like little rivers of magma in my skin that flare up when I get like brighter when I get more.
To put it
So no-
nicely, Zig, if Claire were on fire, probably would have already been on death door again by now.
Yeah.
Remember the barrel?
Yeah.
Are there any empty bottles laying around? Not in the room. Most of the bottles that may be empty are also broken on the ground. Perhaps in the other room there might be some empty bottles if you were to do an investigation. Yuffie has determined that that is, in fact, a chest of some variety, containing unknown amounts, but it also seems to be locked.
Hey guys!
Hi, what happened? Why are you
What?
gray?
What?
Why do you look like me? Why are you gray?
What?
They can literally
I
hear
can't
nothing
hear
still.
you.
He seems magical
Speak
in there.
up.
You could tell that what appears to be some kind of pump, similar to ones you've seen around the kingdom, over in the corner, is very much magical. And there also appears to be, which is not pictured because I forgot to add it, a large stone device of some variety nearby that has also still got some residual magic. Like, where's the toy? Just, let's do this. Yes, there we go. That works.
It's an oven, isn't it? Don't worry about it. You're deaf. You're deaf. Don't worry about it.
What?
I get that one.
What?
I mean, you could attempt in there, but there doesn't appear to be any bottles immediately in there.
But there is a chest.
I'll wave Argento over. Can you get this open? It's locked.
Who, me? What?
I just go over to Claire and drag her around to open the barrels over here.
Okay. Pop. Open. Is it more rubbing alcohol?
It's vinegar.
It's only half full and seems to smell very strongly in a different way. Not that Claire can smell this, but everybody else in the room can smell, like I said, vinegar.
I can. I sneezed. There's no more dust in my nose.
I'm oddly tempted to grab a scoop of the vinegar in my hand and put it on Claire's hair.
Yeah, the chest is locked.
Why?
The chest is locked.
To wash you.
There's literally a pump-like machine in the corner. Goddamn.
Yume doesn't know this. She thinks it's just oddly smelling water.
What are you doing?
You were the one that rolled an investigation check.
But I don't. She doesn't know what it is.
The tool's name itself, Argento. There should be a button on it that you just click the tools. Zig would be able to tell you better because I don't have these tools on my character sheet.
So I actually had to add them manually as a skill.
You could also just make a dexterity save, technically, and it would be the same.
Yeah.
In the meantime. So you just... Yeah.
First, before you do that, I am going to roll my own thieves' tools to see if I can give you basically to help out, see if you get advantage. So
I do not let you run it through my hair. So I kind of like, what are you doing? That smells like vinegar.
Vinegar? It's just water.
Yes,
No, it's not.
You do help give advantage to opening it for Argento.
It's just oddly smelling water, but it's water.
Just make a dex save and make another one, because you have advantage now.
I didn't hear Karla.
Oh, he failed to open the box. And the box remains locked shut.
Try again.
Should I give it a try?
That's okay, just take a moment, breathe, and try again. I'm gonna go check out this, like, device thing. I'm gonna put the lid back on, and then go check out whatever this device is over here. So that way she's not gonna fuck with my hair.
You step into the stone device.
Yes.
You walk right into the oven.
Is it an oven?
It essentially is, yes.
I don't know this.
Out of the frying pan into the oven.
Yes,
you're allowed to keep, unless I say something doesn't work, you can keep going. Although, depending on what happens, like, it might be shenanigans.
Yeah, if you fail a Thief's Tools check, essentially, by X amount, it will actually have a negative drawback. It could even break your Thieves' Tools. Like how you break locks, picking locks in Skyrim.
Here, see if you, let's swap here. Let me give it a shot. Roll your dex save to, if you succeed, will grant me advantage and I'll give it a try.
Oh,
damn. Nat 20.
Well, shame he was only rolling to give you advantage.
I know, right?
go. You manage to hear the click of the lock as it comes unlocked and the lid pops slightly. Now loose and able to be opened. Inside the chest, you find a few bottles full of who knows what. Some surprisingly well-preserved cooking tools, including a set of knives that are all appear to be in fairly good condition, in spite of their long-standing life alone in this box. As well as a few pots and pans and their lids to go with.
I take the knives, spin around, and hold them up in the air. Da 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 da.
Do 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 do.
I was making a reference, different reference.
I get the one. I get the one.
So we've got some preserved knives, some more bottles of stuff.
You investigate to determine that the bottles are full of something. Something not very well preserved.
I fiddle with the device that I'm in.
I'm just gonna take a sip of the vinegar.
God damn it. The vinegar tastes very strong. And perhaps a bit rancid. Roll a constitution save. You managed to not, make yourself super sick. It is still awful, though.
She doesn't mind the taste. She actually thinks it's quite delicious.
Oh boy.
Claire fidgeted around and knocks one of the racks down that falls onto the floor with a thump.
Oops. Are there any like knobs or like levers or anything on this thing?
On the exterior.
Okay, I kind of like lean out and I fiddle with a couple of them.
There's some odd sounds made, and a light comes on inside with you as it starts to warm up slowly.
Ooh, this is nice.
The magical stuff, like, as far as in there, I think there's nothing magical in the chest. The main things that are magical in this room were the stove and the pump in the corner.
This is a massive fucking stove, I'm just gonna point out. 20 feet by fucking, like, 12 feet deep. By who knows how many feet tall.
And also the bodies of some massive people, so, it may be fitting. I'm gonna turn, see Claire in the stove, see her messing with stuff, and I'm like, ah, shit.
Suddenly, it kicks on full gear, and heat starts radiating out stronger and stronger as Claire begins to realize it's getting very, very warm in there. Perhaps even a bit too warm.
I jump back from the heat.
Dust, isn't she?
Yes. Which, in the middle of this, also combusts.
Oh, that's rude.
Claire's now on fire.
I'm gonna use control flame on me to just put the flame out.
The oven still continues to emit a large amount of heat. And the clothes still seem like they might want to catch on fire.
I like this. This could be like a place to like relax. But not right now. I'm gonna get out of the stove. How do we turn this off? And she's gonna like fiddle with the buttons more. Now that she's outside.
Suddenly a door slides shut and locks into place as the thing continues. An oddly transparent panel that seems to be functioning to allow us to see inside, as it is doing heat things.
Interesting.
Yuffie's just watching up from a distance.
I mean, Mouse is just fucking not even in the room anymore.
Just gonna turn the oven off now.
And so it's been turned off by the person who successfully can figure out how to turn it off, which wasn't that hard. It was an oven. The knobs turned.
Yay,
Ovens aren't
Artificer!
exactly.
I've
Yeah,
never
even if,
seen
you
an
know-
oven before in my life.
Let's not stand inside of it again.
What?
All right.
Is this really everything? This is boring. I guess we leave now.
Why are you shouting?
I'll just
I put my finger to my mouth, tell Claire to shush.
Why?
He's just yelling and can't hear anything either. Because
you could see my ears are clearly bleeding.
Yuffie, please guide them out.
I grabbed
I'm
Claire
just
and I just
gonna-
dragged him out.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could try one more check in the chest, but you've probably already grabbed almost everything in there.
Yeah. I'll give the chest one more look over just to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Are we leaving?
As
What's
you
going on?
roll and find nothing of interest,
Why
unfortunately.
are we back here?
Why are you back there? We've already
Oh.
cleared it out.
I got lost. Yuffie doesn't know directions.
What?
I suddenly regret my decision.
Sylvic passes by the corner. A small feeling of airflow passes by, but not much else.
Where?
Passes by the corner.
Oh, that's definitely going to prompt an investigation.
I mean, come on now. It's an indent in the wall, you nerds.
I have an 8 wisdom. It's in character for me to not pay attention.
Fair.
Yuffie?
Upon further investigation, you come to realize that it may actually, in fact, be a door. And
Yuffie is
similar
also
to
a
the
dumb.
door that you entered with, there also appears to be some sort of stone slightly forward that looks like it's even been moved recently.
Yuffie, where are we going?
I don't know.
What? Where's Hrist?
This is like the blind leading the blind.
Where'd Hrist go?
I just point in the general direction we just came from.
Hrist
She was
finds
with us.
something magical in the far back of a shelf, but would have to dig to find it.
I'm going to open the door.
Roll your investigation.
Well, just I was gonna
Well,
do the
there's-
same thing I did with the previous door.
Wait, I'm talking about Karla rolling it.
Oh,
You're fine.
okay.
Like, when you hit the button indents, and the door suddenly comes to life and slides out of the way, revealing a passage going towards what appears to be a potentially large room, but it's in some odd darkness towards the back of the room.
We may not want to go in until we're healed up a bit.
You know, you did the investigation to determine whether you retrieved it in one piece, to which you did not. So try to roll a dex save if you want to prevent it from falling on the floor. To go with that.
Oh, nice.
Since you do technically have an advantage of knowing its presence, you do successfully catch the oddly shaped object that seems like it's very questionable. In catching it, it also seems to come to life a little bit, albeit weak, vibrating in your hand awkwardly.
Is it phallic shape?
Fucking hell! Why am I this readable to you guys nowadays? Fuck, you know me too goddamn well. What the fuck? Literally every fucking time.
Claire, you're just sitting there seeing you fight. It goes, oh, sweet.
I just look at Claire and Hrist, so confused.
I noticed.
What is this?
I mean, the original text was supposed to be table sages, but I turned them into shelves because I wanted them to fit the theme of.
This is the last you have.
Wait a minute. This is all designed for giants.
Cal, you're back here. You're back here with.
Yes,
with
it is
Argento.
rather big.
Next, you're gonna say, "Oh, look, there's a wooden horse behind this door."
No.
That's a rather brave toy. You
Yeah, it's over there. You're not with them at the moment. I mean, with the
What?
door open and the obvious passageway, you're probably gonna have to retrieve them if you want to continue. God damn You know what? I'm gonna step
Do you need
away
me to
for a
carry
minute.
that
I'm gonna
for
get
you?
back. I'm gonna go. I'll be right back. Yes, hi.
Why does it
Of course,
vibrate like a
actually,
dolphin?
In the group that found it, and not the
Ark, I'm
dudes.
gonna stop you before you go. Let's get the others and back out for the day. After the rats, we may want to rest up a bit before we go deeper on.
Something's going deeper in.
Especially since two of them are completely and utterly deaf. They may need some healing.
What, Yuffie?
I just point at the object.
I think it's a sex toy.
What's a sex toy?
I just looked down the hall.
I'll tell you later.
Let's go get them.
Okay.
I just hold up my hand with a
Player's shouting, so most
finger
likely.
open and then just like finger going through the hole.
Oh god. Are you there, Yume?
Yep.
Probably not. You're a good ways away.
Well, if you mean I'm like here and everything, yes,
Yeah.
but I'm also
Yeah.
rather confused.
We
Yeah,
found what's to be
basically-
confused about. We found a giant-sized sex toy from an ancient civilization.
Lesson learned. When already, funny things happening, don't take a piss while with the headphones on. Take the headphones off before going to take a piss while silly funny things are happening.
Please tell me you didn't drop your headphones in the toilet.
No, I managed to avoid missing the toilet is the joke I'm making here because I was fucking laughing goddamn too hard while trying to take a fucking piss.
I love that the ladies found the sex toy too. I'm not gonna lie.
It sounds like a dolphin, but looks like an eel. What is this?
Are there do any of the jars over here smell like? I mean, not smell. Did it say KY jelly on them? Just curious.
Hey, Kari, cute.
No. It was literally the one joke item I threw that I thought of putting in the room the moment I realized Claire, Hrist was running around fucking checking for magic stuff.
You
I was
say
like-
it's a joke item. We're gonna keep this item for the whole campaign.
God damn it! Oh, fucking hell.
Could be used the entire campaign. Oh my god.
Hey, come on, we're getting out of here.
they can't fucking hear you.
Oh my god.
One
She
of them
turns to look.
can. One of them can, and I just motion to follow.
Okay.
I just.
Take. We're just gonna take the group back out for now.
Group out back.
Yume is
Finish
still
them off.
So what are you doing, Tall, Dark, and Journal?
I think I've mostly just been watching and hearing all this hilarity ensue. If anything, I'm just as confused.
Understandable.
Where are we going?
Leaving.
What?
Oh, right.
Alright. Do we manage to take a long rest at this mining encampment? Come back here?
Hold on. Switch of scenes here. So you leave the, small short tunnel after leaving the ruins of, and return to the mining camp. From there, it's whatever you wish to do. You can go to rest by the campfire with all of 3 stools, that all they really have there. Or you could impose on someone who has, probably is going to throw you back out.
I'll take my chances.
I'm role playing this out. I'm gonna
Well,
go. I'm gonna knock on the door here.
I'm going to usher you guys to the camp.
She just kind of waves you off.
You're deaf.
You're literally deaf. Here.
And
I
no
know.
response comes back.
Hello. Knock, knock, knock. Hello. What was his name again?
Gerald, I think.
Gerald.
Gerald.
Gerald, it's Clair.
We are being grabbed, Claire, by Hrist to be
Gerald.
taken to be healed.
You just
What?
hear well, actually, some of you hear grumbling on the inside as he proceeds to try and ignore it.
Mr. Gerald. I guess he's
And
not
once-
home.
Of the ones that still can hear, you just hear a loud "fuck off" echo through the room.
Fair enough. Come on.
Hey, no, don't you try to pick me up. Fuck off.
The door's locked, right?
The door is locked at the moment, yes.
Shame.
I still owe you an ass beating. Don't try to fucking. Don't. I'll kick your ass.
Man, by the time we're done with this job. Fucking hell.
As Mouse walks past the window, a pair of eyes glare out angrily through the window.
I still can't hear.
Do I notice them?
I mean, as you were walking by, it would have been just to the side of you, so it depends on how perceptive you're being.
Well, that sounds like a roll to me.
Sorry.
Not very.
You don't even notice. You don't even feel the eyes looking at you. You just completely ignore it.
As we walk by the window, I'm
Probably
just
just
gonna shout
feeling,
back at Fred. If my hearing doesn't come back, I'm gonna break your arm. Or something. I don't know. What's this thing?
A well.
I'm gonna go
well with a bucket pulley system because you have to manually pull the water up.
Okay.
Up to you, by the way, Dark.
I am just
That's up to
gonna
you, yeah.
pull out my bedroll and lay it up near the fucking well to rest.
No, I get the one. How's your day going?
Natural 20.
And that 20, as Argento had passed the window, he felt it. The stare. The eyes. He turns and sees a pair of angry eyes staring out at him, glaring at him angrily. And about shits his pants, potentially. Depending on how scared he gets of this very ominous sight staring back at him through the window.
Just move along.
Argento is so soft and cuddly. How is he that threateningly lethal just looking back at him? Then again, the perception roll is kind of intimidating in itself.
He rolled a high perception. That's what he sees inside the building, peeking out at him.
He's just staring angrily, and then the cat stares back. He's like, "Oh shit! Okay, I don't want to fuck with that." It's like Argento successfully perceived the hostility felt from the dwarf inside the building, and showed it in kind.
No, she's just gonna push you away. No, fuck off me. What are you doing?
Medicine. It'd be a medicine roll. Karla.
If I let her.
I mean...
Chaos and hilarity and things.
So you can hurt my hearing more? No, fuck off.
Not that Hrist can tell you that you're, not that Hrist can hear you.
I have a feeling we might need to hold Claire down.
Yeah.
I get up from the dirt, make my way over to go hold Claire down for treatment.
Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Get off!
Malice, you want to help?
Ah, get off me!
Nope, you ain't going anywhere.
Oh, say. Alright, let's see here. Fuck you!
Claire literally throws Yuffie off with a little too much force, causing her to, fall on her ass.
I was picturing Claire just picks Yuffie up and tosses her down the well.
No, I wouldn't toss her down the well. That's mean.
I would enjoy it.
No, that would have only happened if there was a nat 1 rolled for the strength.
I motioned to Sylvic to come help me.
But the writing in the dirt probably gets scuffed away by this scuffle.
Don't look at me. I'm not built for strength.
I look at Malice. Get over here, please. Help.
He just shakes his head. Just says, "Nope, I'm not getting involved in that."
I go over to Malice and drag his sorry ass over.
Claire has by this point hopped up out of her sleeping bag and is on her feet again, halfway like a wrestling pose. Her hammer and shield are still on the ground next to it, but she's just ready there, just grimacing. She's like, "You want to fucking go? We can go."
Malice, get over here now.
You have to strength contest that. If you didn't already know, there was no point resisting.
How many knives did we pick up, by the way, too?
I'd say 7 or 8 would be a reasonable number.
And okay.
I mean, the easy way of think of it at least 2 different chef knife sets. So probably 8, I would say, would be the accurate number.
Okay. Roughly how many gold pieces would they
Damn it.
are they worth?
This is with help with Malice. Claire's been held down by 2 people.
I'm just gonna Kick and thrash. Fuck off me.
Just hold her.
If anyone puts their hand near my face, I bite their hand.
Constitution save.
You've been medicined.
What was the con save for?
Just in case you bite my hand.
What do you think, I'm diseased?
Yes, after what you fucking drank? I don't know. Trust where your mouth has been right now.
You're a fish, you're probably riddled with worms. What do you mean?
I hope you can trap particles. Stop moving, or else put a barnacle in your mouth.
What? Get off! I can't hear what you're saying. You're fucking with my ears. No, you're gonna make me deaf.
God. We done now?
I mean, I would say you've given decent enough treatment to help deal with it.
I'd like to bite someone.
Well, I mean, roll to attack.
Roll unarmed attack.
You bite. You try to bite Hrist.
No, I just try to bite in general.
Missed.
No, hold on. You gotta roll your dex saves.
No, it's against their AC.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll your dex saves, goddammit!
Okay.
It's against hands, not armor. Yuffie manages to avoid getting hurt.
Hrist?
So this mouse. First, yeah. You should go up injured.
Oh, you're intentionally not dodging?
For the fun of its toast.
Okay.
You still need to roll a d12.
Oh, with her Constitution modifier added to it, I think it'll negate any damage from the bludgeoning.
Well, it
Yeah.
negates a lot of damage. Yeah. If you bit into not again.
Just bites you.
Let's just let Hrist finish patching you up.
Fucking feisty little
Congratulations, you played
isopod.
yourself.
Oh dear. Which I think probably by the end of that I'm treated probably.
Yeah.
Mm.
Leather.
And she just fucking chews down on it, just fucking until you let go. Get off me! You get off, I let go.
Argento and Sylvic casually sit at the stools by the campfire. Just not even lit. Just
Yeah, because you can't hear.
resting. You can't hear either.
Do you guys let go, or am I going to continue to bite? Okay.
Time for a
Jumps
proper
up.
long rest.
Does it count as a long rest? I don't know what counts as a long rest.
8 hours.
Yeah, it's an 8-hour rest. She's just gonna like after you get up, she's gonna move further away. She just hops up, reach over, drag the sleeping bag further away. Oh, jeez. Why is it moving both of these at the same time? Just gonna go over here, just glare at you from my new spot.
We have 300 XP.
Level up time.
Time for level 2. Which means I get a particularly fun thing.
Alright.
I mean, potentially though. So this does mean that the next session is going to be That's insane.
Alrighty. Gained 8 health, level 2, and then I'll fix the rest later. Oh, I think we were gonna do a long rest here and then call it, right?
Call it. I thought we were continuing on.
I don't know what you guys are doing.
I don't know.
I know I have more to work with, but whether it's gonna be hectic or not's a different story. But hey,
I'm down to keep going. Though it is almost 8 here, so.
If we're gonna continue, I need to get food. Yes.
Here.
Dark look on.
I think I know what we can do.
Oh, it's 2 a.m. for
that is
Karla.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Oh, Claire's done talking. Before the rest for the night.
This thing.
I was gonna say rest because you were doing a long rest during the day there. Because if you started bright and early, it took you like an hour or so to get there. Then you were in the actual place exploring for a couple hours. So now it's actually, after a long rest, i.e. 8 hours, it is approaching the night.
Do you have my token set to taking HP value, or do you have my token just set to taking it as 15? Because I think it's
had it set for HP, but it's removed the attribute again.
Remember to replace the token inside of his character sheet with the changed one you've made, otherwise it will keep using the fucked up one.
Well, I mean, it keeps fucking up on its own when stats are changed for some reason.
I know mine is fine. It's matching up perfectly.
So for some reason, it removed the values of AC and HP on it. There That should be patched up now.
Yeah, there you go. Set to HP, and then you have to go to my sheet there. You have to click on my name, then edit, and then remove the default token, and then use selected token. Once it deletes it.
Hopefully that time it.
Yep, you're already selected.
Yeah.
Then save changes. No, save changes.
I did save change. I did.
It's not if it's not closed. There you go. Now the changes are saved.
I did.
Oh well, it must be stream delay for me then. Okay, yeah, there we go. Although for some reason, the green bar you set as XP. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, now I have suddenly a value. I don't understand. Yes, hi, kitty. What's your HP now, Karla? $29. I win the HP game. No, they don't. They're already busted.
Let's see, out of 14.
Giving them a D10 would be absolutely ludicrous. By the way, am I going to be deaf at the start of next session still?
With the successful healing check, I think after a long rest, you probably. That's a good question, actually.
That's a doom call.
Yeah. I'd say you'd be able to hear to a very limited extent, is what I would be inclined to say. Because 8 hours, 8 hours is not enough to really fully recover. You'd be able to recover a decent extent, though, I would say. Since you're not treating it, you treated it medically and to some extent otherwise, so it would heal enough that you'd be able to,
I'm totally cool with that. It'll help me form my grudge better.
You only have 9 hit points. Wait, have you done your roll yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, that's why I was gonna say, like, checking things.
Look at me. I am the tank.
Oh, and Dark didn't do his yet. Okay.
Ow.
I still don't know if anything's right on my end.
I think you still need to roll for your hit. Get your HP from the level up and whatnot, which they probably do need to teach you leveling up, don't they?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Dark, that's the thing. That little, you see where it says hit dice next to the D4? Click that. It doesn't matter if you have nothing else in there. Okay, click it again. You need to re-roll that. We re-roll ones.
Can I re-roll that too?
You
Is
only
the
re-roll
D4
it
correct?
Yeah, I think it only re-rolls you roll.
Well, I
Wait,
think.
you didn't roll a hit dice, though.
Actually,
roll your hit dice.
There's no way your class's health
Roll
is
the
a
hit
D4.
dice.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, no, you're
That's
you're a rogue, and I believe rogues have a D8. Let me look.
Is it a D6 or D8? Yeah, something's not right there. Dark, on your top of your character sheet, does it say the class that you have is a rogue?
It says class choose.
Oh, you need to pick rogue.
I never filled this in. I just put in like the basics like I was told last time.
Okay, then yes, you need to click rogue on that, and that'll fix up a bunch of stuff on your sheet currently.
Oh my motherfucking god. What the hell is wrong with fucking D&D Beyond and motherfucking goddamn Opera GX? It's the dark mode is working, but the It makes the letters gray, but the page is still fucking white, so I can't see shit. Trash fucking mod. Just go to Firefox and find out. There, now I can read.
Where's the hit dice on the?
Your hit dice is a 1d8, so it should have been fixed now, Dark. There you go. So you've gained 4 HP this level. Change your current and your max to reflect that. Also, regarding hit dice are used when you go through a short rest. You get 1 per level, so you should have a min and max of 2.
D4. Why is it?
If
Why
it's
is
a
mine?
D4, because you didn't set the class.
I did set my class. My class is Artificer.
Then it's broken.
Yeah, it says Artificer.
Yeah, change what your hit dice says it is then.
Go into the gear in your character sheet and it should have an option on the top left to modify your hit dice. Make that match what it actually should be for Artificer.
Also, Argento, you get, in addition to that, 4, you get your Constitution modifier added as well. Every single level, it's your hit dice plus your Constitution modifier.
His con mod is 0.
Yeah, his con mod.
It includes. That's
My
why I
con
say
is
roll your
2.
hit dice. Wait, your what?
Yeah.
Your modifier is 2.
Yes.
How come it didn't show that in the?
Oh, it's because it's not in the.
It's on D&D Beyond, not on the Roll20 sheet.
I told you I didn't do the full set.
Right. Yeah.
Can I keep the 4 I rolled?
Yeah, no wonder why everything seemed kind of broken. Dark, I'll help you with setting up more stuff on the Roll20, but okay, so in that case, you have 6 HP now. There, you gained 6 HP, not 4. You'll have to put your stats into Roll20. I'll walk you through how you get the rest of the stuff, because setting up weapons and the attacks and all that extra stuff is a bit more annoying and complicated. Because I think, as Doom said, we are primarily going to use Roll20 for the sake of simplicity. It just has a little more upfront work for each of us to do to keep it maintained. That's all.
Damn.
Hmm?
Can I keep that 4 from the D4?
You're gonna owe the DM a little more.
They ain't gonna stop me.
You gotta make sure to call in on those chips, though. Don't make them empty promises.
Oh, it's gonna get rough for him at some point.
Meow.
Glad I'm not making any deals.
How you doing?
I'm not keen on having 12 hit points at level 2.
Oh, you know what I just learned that I can do too with my leather-bound journal? I may not be a dwarf, but I'm definitely going to keep a book of grudges. I don't know if we had it as under average take average, but I know that you can take average if you would prefer to instead of rolling. But that's made a decision like that is usually made before you roll.
That's what I originally had it in, but Doom said to roll, so I rolled.
No, see, I thought everybody was rolling. Well, actually, I thought it wasn't going to be like 2d6 or something like that. I forget. I thought
2d6.
I forget. I thought we were going to do the alternate system for getting the HP.
What are we talking about? So are we going fixed HP or rolled HP? Because determine that now.
Oh.
I thought we were doing rolled HP, and it was other
stuff. Rolled HP can be fun. It can get interesting. I usually go with the system of you roll. You either choose to take the average or you choose to roll when you roll. And when you roll, unless you get a 1, you get what you get. If you get a 1, you reroll. As terms of that can make things interesting and very different. Though also, if you're worried about balancing encounters, Sometimes it's safer just to tell your players to just take max HP.
Ah.
Yeah, so basically that's why I was saying use your hit die, because it automatically uses your base HP plus your con modifier to determine that and roll
See, I
twice.
thought the system originally was looking at was going to be one where we were going to roll, but it was going to be like 3 dice and then removing one or something like that.
No, that was the stats that we were doing.
Oh,
That's
no, I
for
thought there was
stats.
another one that was
No.
similar system. But
Nope, not at all. You just roll once usually for doing this sort of thing. Otherwise, it's people either take the middle average and go with that, or max if you really want for fun.
So it really depends on how comfortable you feel with your encounters. Because
no, I did actually write it down in my fucking list. It was roll twice for HP on level up, remove lower result. So it was going to be rolling twice, removing the lower one.
Interesting.
So do we
Remember,
roll
because I was going
again?
to switch it up so that way there was no average option. There was just get a higher odds there.
Okay. Interesting.
But I thought I remembered something like that, but we
You
were
got
kind
your
of
4.
already going.
So then I do get that 4 anyways.
Hey, there you go. Yeah,
And
you can roll again
to
to see if you get
anything.
higher, essentially. I'm going to do that same thing.
Okay.
I don't have to doom anything.
Yeah,
At
roll
least
a little higher.
not from this.
Reopen my Roll20.
And at that point, I went from.
Or fuck it. I'm not going to reopen my Roll20
rolled
to do
better.
this. I'm just going to do this one here rather than bothering about reopening the sheet.
Your original level 1 HP is always the max of your hit dice. So in your case, you started with 8, you would then have 15 there, Dark.
What?
Oh, hey. No, I was higher the other way, so keep what I was before.
Am I right?
Sorry.
That I rolled
Sorry,
one more?
actually, you would have had 10, and then you would have now had 17. Gotcha.
Yes.
All right, my bad. But yeah.
So it's 17?
Yep.
Yep, and that is correct because you did roll higher than your last one. Your last one, you rolled a 4. If you mouse over the actual number, it shows you what numbers are involved in that you got. The first one is always the roll. The other one is just your modifiers.
Okay, because I started filling out this a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I got second wind and an extra attack this level. Hell yeah.
It's very important to do that because for your stat bonuses, your attack rolls, everything, it will use your stats on this page. A lot of your attacks are probably scuffed as hell because of that.
Is it? I've been clicking it on this sheet on Beyond.
Yeah, he's been clicking on Beyond, so he's fine there.
Oh, right, because it integrated from Beyond into.
Oh wait,
yeah,
I just realized I always had my second wind. It's just I have action surge now. I don't have the extra attack. Right, I'm dumb.
Oh.
I was thinking that this level I had gotten the extra attack and second wind, and I'm like, oh wait, I've always had second wind, and I just didn't fucking use it because I'm dumb as shit, and I don't get because the writing in Opera GX for the D&D Beyond it's absolutely fucking garbage, and I couldn't read it at all. I just saw extra attack, and I was like, in the description of it, and I was like, oh, the extra attack option. But no, it's action surge.
I'm kind of confused. I thought we started with action surge even right now.
No.
Wait,
action surge you get at second level. First level you get fighting style and second wind as a fighter. Second level you get action surge.
Oh. So we basically were level 0 this entire time.
No, we were level 1.
So now
action
we're level
surge
2.
is a second level ability. Yes.
Is it? Oh,
yes.
Wow, am I really that fucked up?
I'm staring at it right now.
Hold on.
I'm literally staring at the fighter table. Here, I'll take a photo of it and put it in the mute
there
text.
right now. Hold on. Oh, it is second level. Well, shit.
Yes.
Okay, good to know. Never mind. But you do have the fighting style at level 1.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, that's what I was kind of fucked up about. I was like, wait, what?
I also kind of forgot that I had my fighting style. Otherwise, I would have fought a little differently there. But now we know. First combat out of the way. Shake the rust off.
Yeah.
And knowing is half the battle. And the other half of the battle is don't deafen your fucking teammates.
Wasn't the only one there. That was my bad the first time, but
That's
not
why I
the
said
second one.
assholes and not asshole.
I don't think I did anything there.
No, what do you mean? You actually killed 4 of them yourself.
No, in regards to deafening people.
Oh no, you didn't do
Yeah,
anything. It was
no,
all Karla and Yume.
Yeah.
Alright,
Both of these
I'm gonna go
murders seem
ahead
regarded as they deafened me.
and raid
Yes,
Okay,
look up
Karla
this.
just
Shadow.
Thunder clapped his ears like they were just fine
Karla's lucky
cheeks
she
to
didn't cause
behold.
a damn cave in.
To that too. Didn't shake the whole damn place.
Claire's gonna fucking get your ass for this sometime.
We'll do it when we're playing cards.
No. It's just the sound of a thunderclap inside an enclosed fucking space.
Hey, it could have been worse. I could have
Karla.
fired my pistol.
Karla, you stood next to
Alrighty.
one
So now we just have to
outside.
level up. I think we're
When you're
ending here.
inside
And
a
if not,
stone
then I'll
fucking
go back live
box
and catch
and one
whatever
goes
else we
off.
missed.
That
We
sound
can't end it just yet
reverberates
because we'll see.
and
Not
echoes
sure
and
at the moment.
destroys your
Oh,
ears.
well, okay, I guess
It
not.
multiplies it like 10 fucking
Hold
fold.
on. Ah.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna raid Shadow.
Shadow Legends.
Raid
Raid?
Shadow Swords.
Shadow?
Yeah.
Great Shadow Legends. Yo, pog.
Raid Cutie Knives. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for
Oh wait, I'm still
coming
fucking
to the
muted like
D&D
a
session.
fucking potato.
I will have it
Brilliant.
uploaded
I
within
mean, I
a
was
week
just
or
agreeing
two
with,
before the
Stone
next session.
Box.
I gotta
Yeah.
figure out what I'm gonna
I was
do
like-
for the thumbnail.
Oh, go on.
I was gonna say, I'm also gonna, like, raid,
Thanks for
raid more money,
coming.
got it.
Hope you guys
So who
enjoyed.
didn't get deafened?
The
And
only
I will
people
see
who
you
got
guys
deafened
later.
was me and
Yeah,
Karla.
I had a lot of fun.
Yume did for a short period of time
Bye
because he
for
only failed one
now.
of the 2 deafen checks.
Give Shadow some love.
Meanwhile,
All
I
the love.
managed to roll under a 5 for both of them on my save.
Time to
That is
follow suit
unfortunate.
in the shenanigans.
Yeah, especially since I have a +7